The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live in high-definition video and available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com. And become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. And now, it's time for the Shining Wizards.
And you are tuned in live to episode 723 of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. We've already only been 1 week out of our Deadpool draft, and there's already turmoil amongst the Wizards.
Wait,
some people doing better, some people not so much. But we're all here in the house. Alec Price is joining us in a few. Time to get into that wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling. How's their turmoil?
We'll get into it. Dr. Dunk.
Double T.
Handsome Kevin.
Brundo.
KJG.
Aside from the apologetic nature of everyone walking on eggshells, not wanting to wish death on the 40 gentlemen or 50 gentlemen that we drafted, some people are not so happy that some folks are doing better than they thought. And some people are ecstatic that some folks are about to drop dead, it seems.
Jesus.
Look, I'm just, there's hospice is the next step. I'm not rooting for it, but you know what? Let's get a point on the board. Let's start this shit hot. January 6th.
Let's put him out of his pain. Let's get a point.
It's all the same.
Look, he decided he wanted to go without the meds and be as comfortable as possible. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Get that, Black Bart. Go to the light. Go to the light. Wonderful wrestling career. Left an impression on so many people. It's a terrible thing. But let me get that point, son.
Do you think Black Bart's light is black? Like, does he see a black light?
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. It's like an Insane Clown Posse dream.
Yeah, like what? Instead of an angel, is he just like a lasso and a cow or something?
It's a black light. All that
Brothers
chemo's
of
glowing
full
inside him.
instruction.
I'm glad nobody really heard that.
I heard that.
What did he say? What happened?
I'm not repeating it.
Replay, my man, replay.
Okay.
How was your guys' New Year?
Same as the old year? I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. Went out, had a few drinks, went home.
Yep.
That was about-
Went out, best friend's house, stayed up till like 1 a.m. It's a good time. Kid had a good time, so it was a good time.
All right.
Yep.
I like it. Are we excited for 2025?
Of course, I'm excited for 2025. But New Year's Eve is such a, like you said, right? Like a couple weeks ago, like not the greatest holiday in the world anymore to celebrate, unless you're like a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that the case with all the fucking holidays? The older you get, the less they fucking mean.
Not really.
July
Really?
4th
Just me
is still
then.
fun.
Some of us unheathened people that live on the East Coast as opposed to like in the Midwest, we look forward to Christmas.
but for like different reasons, right? Like I look forward to Christmas for my nieces. I couldn't care less about Christmas.
Oh no, I still love Christmas. My wife loves Christmas. I look forward to it for my kid, for my nieces and nephews.
Right, exactly. It's like it's more about other people than it is about yourself.
Oh no, I fucking love Christmas. Like I'm not McFolian where I'm going to like Santa's helpers fucking houses and shit like that. But when Santa drives around the day after Thanksgiving on the fire engine and he's waving all the people, I go out in front of my house, I wave to him, throws me a couple candy canes.
Yeah,
It's good times.
Fucking
man,
really.
Yeah.
They could get rid of all the holidays and leave me with the day off of work. I'd be just fucking fine.
Sleeping in your backyard.
Miserable.
Sleep in my fucking backyard.
Hey, let me ask you this. Since you were sleeping in the yard, were you wearing shoes out there?
Shoes in the yard?
Yeah, because I mean, like, you know, fucking man bear you are. I could imagine you climbing some of the trees to get you and your lady some sustenance.
Well, yeah. I mean, but inside, no shoes, no socks. Outside, socks and shoes.
I think that's a missed opportunity. You know what we celebrate here too?
Writing
We
down
celebrate
things in the
Little
yard.
Christmas. Today's the day that the three wise men came upon that manger and saw our Lord and Savior. And God bless the Mexican ladies over in Union City. They bake these like Three Kings cakes every year, and they actually put little babies inside them. So if you're cutting into one, you can actually cut the head off of baby Jesus. But they're
real
delicious. No, yeah, a real baby. They're hanging out at Planned Parenthood, you know, recycling.
Hey, recycle, reuse, reboot. Right? What did KJG say?
Reboot?
Reboot.
I don't know.
No, it's delicious though. It's good time.
Restart, reboot, compute.
And by the way, my wife got me this awesome shirt. It says
say?
wrestling. It says here, the art of folding clothes while people are still wearing them.
With it. I wish you would just have fucking read it and not made me try.
The mouthful of baby cake.
Oh, it's all.
And
Write
better.
that down, Brundo.
That damn mouthful of baby cake.
Yeah.
You got two like ringers right off the bat.
So what, you just were like, you had this cake and you're like, I'm gonna wait till I'm on the air and chew it.
Yeah, I want to celebrate with my boys. Merry little
We had 10
Christmas,
minutes
everyone.
before the show started. You could have done all this before then.
I already
What's
had
the
a
fun
piece
in
before
that?
the show started, dude.
How many pieces of this cake are you gonna eat today, fatty?
Oh, 3 or 4.
Ooh, 3 or 4.
How many children have to suffer for your stomach?
I think they put like 4 little plastic babies in there. My kid already
Eat
got
them?
one. No, you don't eat them.
Are they like candy babies?
Nope, just straight up plastic.
Ew, what? No, that doesn't make any sense.
Does it?
Can
How
we
do
go
you
back to
how do you bake a cake with a plastic baby in it? Doesn't the plastic melt?
No,
Unless it's like flan. Isn't like flan cold?
no. It's a baked cake and it's thick as fuck, dude. It's like really thick.
I need to know what the fuck candy babies are, KJG.
Google it. What are you?
Can we
I don't
write
know.
down
What are
candy
they?
babies too?
Where did that come from? Are they candy babies?
I meant like, are they edible babies?
Whoa!
I mean,
Wow.
Whoa!
all babies are
Back
edible,
here if you
technically.
need me.
Like you know, you have like cookie cutters with different shapes. Maybe there's like a mold.
No! Take it easy, Buck Zoom.
No, you know what? No. I agree. They probably have something wacky like that for like, you know,
Yeah.
like baby showers. Like,
Yes,
you know.
100%. And Buck
Yeah,
Zumoff doesn't eat children; he fucks them. Let's
Oh, allegedly, you fuck.
he's in prison. They don't put him in
Allegedly
prison
he's
for
in
being a
prison?
fucking stand-up
No,
citizen.
No. Come on. Have I taught you nothing?
What about like a candy corn baby?
Ugh,
Ugh.
gross.
I love candy corns. Give me
Candy
candy
corn.
corns all day.
Abort it. I would abort it.
A candy corn baby.
86 it. Yeah, candy corn's gross.
Candy corn's
Yeah.
great.
Almost
I
as
love
gross
candy
as
corns.
Peeps.
It's not candy.
Oh,
maybe
peeps are
it's a peep
fucking
baby.
disgusting.
Ugh.
Peeps are just really nasty. It's like granulated sugar on a marshmallow. Ugh.
Yeah, just dump the sugar thing into your mouth.
Or just
That's
dump them into the
Dream's baby
fucking
to me.
garbage. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
that too.
Peep
How
baby.
about this? Kate, where do you stand on candy babies?
Where do I stand on candy babies?
That's right.
What's the weird deal with trying to eat Jesus all the time? Like after death, right when he's born? What are we doing with this?
It's a great
Every Sunday, baby.
Weird. Feels
The
weird.
tasty God there.
It's true. How are you, fellas? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Here,
Kate.
Kate.
Thank you. I'm ready for the new year. 2024 was kind of a shit show. So let's Let's move on. I was ready to move into 2025.
Were you?
Yes. Yes, I was.
And how did the move into 2025 go?
Well, I tried to come to your house, and then it was hailing.
Oh, well, I didn't mean like that, Kate. I didn't want to.
And
I
then
don't want to open old wounds.
no. I was ready to leave it behind, but we're off to a good start so far in 2025. I'll take what I'm getting so far.
Did you have Omos being one half of the Pro Wrestling Noah Tag Team Champions to kick off 2025?
Oh, of course, yeah. That was at the top of my predictions card. Was a guy who's been benched for 2 years at WWE, taking over Pro Wrestling Noah. What a wacky, wild little landscape we're in, huh?
I love it. I love it
too. I think it's perfect for him.
Yeah. If you're not going to use them in the WWE right now, put him in Noah. Let him get some reps in.
Sure. He was like progressing, and then they took him off TV, and he was nowhere to be found again. Like, he wasn't the best, but they had kind of found a groove with his character, it felt like, and then they benched him. But he, from what I understand, like, has a great personality and is a good company ambassador, so he's going to be around for a bit. So you might as well send him over to Pro Wrestling Noah.
I'm all for it. Again, who's bigger in Japan, Phil Rhea or Omos?
It's a good question.
What is
It's
wrong
a good
with
question.
you?
Why do you shake your head, Tony?
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with him? You're talking about eating candy babies and
No, that was
recycling
KJG
them
talking
from
about candy
Planned
babies.
Parenthood.
Phil Rhea, star host of the Turnbuckle Throwbacks. What did you think I was talking about?
Candy babies.
Oh, you're like, who's bigger? You're already
Yeah,
leaning in with
Omos or Phil Rhea goes
Yeah.
on with Bullet Club Rob over there. That's like a fucking.
I know what you meant, you fucking ghoul.
No, I
Like
didn't.
that.
You're being a very hurtful, sour man in 2025.
I'm not
There's a
sour,
whole
bro.
Gaijin stable of Phil Rhea, Omos, and
And Bullet Club Rob.
Bullet Club Rob. There you go.
Bullet Club's Rob's brother, Alan. What's his name?
Persephone.
Persephone. Fuck Persephone. As is tradition, Wrestle Kingdom, January 4th.
Yes. On a weekend this year. I love when that happens.
I didn't. It fucked me all up.
I'm sure.
I don't want to talk about the whole card because I didn't watch the whole card. I skipped a lot. I definitely skipped Tanahashi and Evil. I don't give a shit if it's his last.
Glaze.
He doesn't do it for me.
He's also like, he and Naito, it's kind of Naito even more so than Tana, honestly, this time around. Like, it's tough. It's tough because I feel like the main event of Wrestle Kingdom certainly showed us that, like, Shota's not the next guy up, probably, not as a babyface, but I feel like they're trying to balance the fact that they have a lot of aging legends there that need to retire with the fact that, like, there's not a ton of new stars that are made. I think Gabe Kidd got turned into one at Wrestle Dynasty. I think most of Zach's matches are great. I'm obviously a huge fan of his. I think Fujita's probably like the future down the line. I think Tsuji's doing some cool stuff, but like the next guy up thing in New Japan is not a question that got answered really by this weekend. And I think that's a concern. And then when you see Naito kind of like sleepwalking through some of these matches because he's just made out of sawdust at this point, it's tough. Like I think that product's in a tough spot, but I always like, I don't know, since a couple years ago when it was like a big slumber party online, I felt like I got really into Wrestle Kingdom like 4 or 5 years ago, probably when I first started like tuning into this podcast, honestly. And I always loved this weekend. And I actually kind of liked Wrestle Dynasty better than Wrestle Kingdom, I think. That Gabe Kidd Kenny match I thought was absolutely unreal for considering Kenny's been on the shelf for 13 months, I think. Pretty wild stuff. And I thought ZSJ Ricochet was much better than ZSJ Shota, which had no need to be 40 minutes long.
Yeah, I think they went long because Doki broke his arm.
Yeah, that sucks. Like that's such a bummer. But I had fun watching it. It was easier being on a Saturday. Like I stayed up for all of Wrestle Dynasty, but the cards just haven't like grabbed me in the same way. And then I look at things like Battle in the Valley and I'm like, this is a lot of rematches of stuff I've already seen. So I think New Japan losing Ospreay and Okada is definitely starting to like catch up with them right now, which is not the best.
was catching up with them when they lost them. They weren't ready.
Yeah,
And
now it's like their first big season without them, so I think it's hurting a lot, but
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen at the New Beginnings, and this is gonna upset you, Kate, and I don't mean to upset you, but Hiroki Goto is winning the title from Zack Sabre Jr. It's gonna be this. Hiroki Goto had a great G1, and they're telling the story. This is his last hurrah. He's gonna beat Zack, and then Finley's gonna take it off of Hiroki Goto.
I just feel like then, man, it's so weird because I don't like it when companies get in the groove of, and I didn't like it when WWE was doing this with WrestleMania, like you can only drop and win titles at this one spot. Like I hate that. And so I'm not opposed to that, but I think you got to have something else for Zack lined up because I think like I'm a TMDK stan, obviously, but their inability to make them a force all at once is ridiculous to me. It's like you have Robbie and Fujita with the junior tag titles right after you took the other titles off of Mikey and Shane while Zack is IWGP champion. So, like, as far as stable booking goes, I feel like their weak booking of the tag division, because what the fuck was that this weekend, honest to God, with the Young Bucks? Like, Great O'Khan did not need to be in there. Jeff Cobb was doing some fun stuff, but, like, I feel like they're in a position right now, and I'm sure this is part of why the Chris Charlton stuff like is such a big deal today, which I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Shouldn't be a fucking big deal.
No, it should not. No, it should not. And from my understanding, it's a big deal to New Japan. Like I don't think anybody at AEW gave a shit from what I heard, but like I think they're very reliant on AEW in the Western presence that they have. Like, and I think that's tough because like ZSJ versus Hechicero, cool. Like I saw it already. Like there's so many things that I feel like they're just running out of combinations of guys because I feel like there's so many guys that have pieces but don't have the whole picture yet, and that's starting to hurt. But I think Tsuji's the guy. I think Gabe Kidd got made into a star. I think this is the second year in a row where you look at Wrestle Kingdom and say that could be considered a match of the year candidate. The third year, really, because you had Ospreay and Omega the year before. So, and you had Danielson and ZSJ last year. So I feel like they always excel on the work rate side, but like Okada and Ospreay leaving is hurting this product. And I feel like it was a really fun couple of shows. I didn't think Finley and Brody King was going to be as much fun as it was. But like, man, I don't know. Like you got to have something lined up for Zack, and Tsuji just won. So you don't want to like undercut him. I like Goto, but unless you're going to like, I don't know. I don't like, then what's next for Goto? You know what I mean? Like who's a contender for him? It's just
David Finley.
Finley. Does he beat Goto though? Does Goto beat Finley? Like,
yes. So Hiroki Goto's in like the final stages of his career, and New Japan is notorious with doing stuff like this where he gets his swan song for being, a New Japan soldier through and through. So it wouldn't surprise me.
Stealing John Cena's thunder.
From Goto to Finley and maybe back to Zack.
I don't hate that. But
because I don't, and I think Shota's going to be the first one of the Reiwa Musketeers to win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. I felt like you're right. I think it went 40 minutes because of the injury earlier in the night, but I was like, I feel like him as a babyface also just does not work. Like babyface Shota, I don't think has anything to him that's interesting. And when I was watching that match, I just felt like, man, everything that makes Zack innovative is getting cut out by the kind of one-trick pony-ness of what I feel like we get from Shota. I think he has more jackets than he has wrestling tricks. I'll say it that way.
Switching gears for a second, what do you think of how Mercedes Moné has been performing on pay-per-views as of late? I mean, her with Statlander and AEW for the last two shows have been tremendous. I thought her and Mina Shirakawa had a really serviceable, good match on Wrestle Dynasty. So what are your thoughts first on that match? And then her overall performance as of late in the ring.
Man, I feel like night and day from where things started. Like she's on a run of 5 or 6 really great matches that I think kind of back up the character that she came in with. I don't know what the fuck happened to Camille. That's a weird one. But like all of her matches internationally have been great. Like even at Fight Club, we had to open up the Match of the Year awards on the women's side because she turned in 2 late that have been so damn good. I felt like her and Chris Statlander the second time around, maybe because they had the time, they had the over 20 minutes to go, put on, I mean, probably a top 3 women's match in AEW history. I feel like she has pivoted to being what she was advertised as when she came in. And it's kind of interesting to look at the AEW women's division right now because the top is so strong. And then the middle to the bottom, they don't give the TV time to do anything with. So like Deonna Purrazzo is just there. But like Willow, Chris, Mercedes, Mariah, and Tony, I feel like are all in really good spots. But I think the CEO like turned it around, and it's so funny because it was like, what if the big secret to unlocking what Mercedes needed was, what if we just gave her a bunch of time and good opponents to wrestle really good matches? Like, oh yeah, I think that's kind of the secret sauce with her. I have no idea where the Camille storyline went or what happened with that. But
so Wrestle Kingdom, your favorite night of the year, essentially. Wrestle Dynasty, you really enjoyed. If you had to pick your favorite match from the weekend, Kate, which match would that be?
Kenny and Gabe. I just feel like it didn't feel like Kenny lost a step, first of all. And I saw somebody say, and I agree, I was like, I love Will Ospreay so much. But someone said there is still an artistic gap between Kenny and Will. And I feel like we saw that show up this weekend. Also, I thought Gabe Kidd was excellent. I think he's like definitely the next runner-up of that discussion we were just having. I feel like it's probably Zach, Gabe, Suji, and then down the line, I think Fujita has everything you need. But I thought as far as like the story and the match quality and the energy was just there this year in a way that I feel like it hadn't been the past couple of years as well. But I loved the mixed reactions for Kenny. I love that the Terminator clap got started on its own, but I love that like Kenny Omega is finally back in wrestling and he was still generating boos. I think that Gabe Kidd like is the perfect combination of shit talking and brawling that they need in a way that I feel like a lot of other people are trying to be right now. I would even say Moxley's in that category of trying to be something that Gabe Kidd is just very naturally good at right now. Every interview that guy does, he's just, I love it. He's fuck Tony Khan, fuck Kenny Omega, fuck AEW, fuck everything that's not New Japan. Like the guy just gets it. And
he's got a very like Conor McGregor type like vibe to him, but like more of a total badass.
Yeah, his disposition is just perfect, and he's so all in on himself. That it's really refreshing. Like it's a really refreshing guy to have, and it's someone that I think New Japan desperately needs right now. But that match I just thought from beginning to end was excellent. I also thought it was an impossible task to follow that, but I thought Zach and Ricochet was actually really good too. I loved what we got from that as well. But yeah, Brody and Finley definitely surprised me too. That was a lot of fun. Like I did not know that Finley could get Brody King up for a power bomb with ease. Like that man's power game was awesome. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a really fun watch.
Yeah, I agree. New Year's Dash left more. It wasn't as exciting as it had been the last 2 years, but they set up a lot of nice things. ELP and Jeff Cobb, they obviously teased Hiroki Goto and Zack Sabre Jr. It'll be interesting to see what 2025 brings for New Japan. Kate, what does 2025 have in store for Ms. Kayfabe?
Sure. So I'm doing some more content on my own channel. I'm doing a lot more like playful stuff than analytical stuff.
Oh, feet stuff?
No, please. I'm not giving that shit away for free. Are you kidding?
I mean,
Come on now.
That's my girl. Smart.
That's his. He finally talked. Tony hasn't said anything about Kate since she's been on screen, he
I
hasn't
know.
even said
I
hello
was
to her.
like, do I look bad? Why isn't he making jokes like about my tits or something? It feels wrong.
Kate, I don't know. This is
Flip it.
Kate. This is Tony's whole outlook on Wrestle Kingdom 19.
I don't even care if it's during Wrestle Kingdom. I just want to go get some fucking vending machine panties.
Tony like is pulling teeth to get him to go to a show in New Jersey, but he's going to Japan for the wrestling.
That's not
like,
true. I went
Wrestle
to
Kingdom
to
vending
Cost-
machine panties.
I went to Karlstad a couple weeks ago.
That was like 2 months ago, and it's definitely going to take a lot more to pull you out of the house next time.
Well, listen, that really
You gotta pay 40.
that really hit me in the wallet, bro. $40. Come on.
XP Dub Stan Tony.
Listen, man, I've been scoping the Heart Ballroom. They're not coming back. I think XPW's Dunzo Magunzo.
They did everything they could to make that a reality, but you can catch me. I think you were trying to set me up to plug my stuff, and then we made it about feet. So you can catch me
Trying to make you a couple bucks.
at Miss Kate Fabe. Tomorrow I'm doing a video that is recasting Wicked with wrestlers, which was a lot of fun to do. And later in the week, I'm doing 5 things that both WWE and AEW could be better at, because I feel like there's something that both companies could be doing a better job at.
Wait, only 5 for AEW?
No, it's honestly, I got plenty of complaints about both, but this is what both companies need to be better at. Like, I feel like both companies, for example, need to learn the difference between dragged out storytelling and long-term storytelling. So it's things that actually both of them share. So tribalism can shove itself up its ass. And
Speaking
I think
of,
they both need help.
Speaking of dragged out and long time, like, is the Mark Order done being on vacation? What the fuck's going on over there, Kate?
Yeah, we took Christmas Eve off and we took New Year's Eve off, or Christmas Day off and New Year's Day off. So you can catch me there every Wednesday that I can be there at Mark Order Pod. We're back to the grind after a restful year.
Who's on that show these days?
Me, thanks for tuning in. No. I'm kidding. It's me, Ryan, and Asian Joe. So
Nice.
yeah, we have a good time. We have a good time talking all things all elite. Other than that, you can catch me on Fightful and Fightful Select each day of the week. So you can check us out there. But yeah, subscribe to my own YouTube channel. Fightful's fine. They don't need your money. Come support me and my YouTube channel and maybe my foot stuff. You never know.
I don't know, Kate. That pay raise. I mean, that paywall has gone up a little bit. I don't know if I can afford it anymore.
$6.
That whole dollar bump. Whoa.
You would be surprised.
You know, if you guys
So ruffled.
if you guys ever need a 4th mic, Handsome Kevin watches AEW every week. I'm sure he'd be happy to chime in.
Actually, I miss those guys. Maybe I'll pop on every now and then.
It's great to be here. We know Kevin's thoughts, and respectfully, we're just gonna.
Wow.
Wait,
Wait, was that directed towards me or KJG?
Yes. No, that was to you.
Hold on, motherfucker. I got numbers in my phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird. Phones work that way.
Text that barrel-chested monster. Give her
That's
the
what
old-
I'm doing.
You waited for her to leave.
Fuck yeah, I did. I ain't stupid.
Hey, motherfucker. You talking about me?
She's just in the chat. He. Many he.
that's a lot of hee-hee-hee-hees.
Well, thank Kate's Corner.
Also, isn't Wicked a porn? What is she recasting
No,
on this
Wicked-
show?
Not Wicked Video, you ghoul.
The fact that you knew that instantly is disturbing.
Whoa,
Why?
no. Apparently, Kate has a relationship with my mother. Interesting.
Your mother is a witch.
She says she fucks my mom.
What?
Wow.
Now that's content.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he meant by Wicked.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
you try and fuck Tony's mom, so it's like a vicious circle.
Oh, come on now. I think it was the other way around if we're going to be honest about it.
That doesn't make it better.
No, but at least my mom's trying to get
Be
some.
proud of your mom.
I'm always proud of my mother.
Well, this will be nice. I can get an update. I said I haven't talked to her in years. How's she doing?
All right.
Way to drop a barrel of negativity on the
Or, we bring families together, we rip them apart.
Great. Now HK and Kate are going to be in therapy together for the next fucking 2 hours.
Oh, well, at least they can do bro stuff to each other.
Why, Kate's got bro equipment?
I don't fucking.
That was a weird way to put that. I mean, bro stuff? Come on, we all know what bro
you
stuff
and
is.
HK like to do bro stuff, and I'm sure you would want to see Kate's hitters through HK's eyes.
Kate's a bro.
I don't know.
What? Thank God our guest is here. I've had enough of this bullshit.
We haven't even begun to scratch the surface of bullshit. But can we bring in the Northeast Beast?
I'll bring him in.
There he
The
is.
Northeast
What's
Beast.
good?
One half of the Gahbage Daddies, Alec Price. How are you, sir?
I'm chilling like a villain. Can't complain. Just was cleaning the crib and watching the FC championship. You know what I'm saying? Go Bison.
Oh, Bison. What is that? Wait, what is this?
North Dakota.
North
State.
Dakota. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Excuse me. I'm not up on my North Dakota.
It's okay. No, not a lot of people watch FCS ball. It's a little fiercer. You know what I'm saying? So I like it a lot. I fuck with it.
Is it more fearsome than Violence is Forever?
Oh yeah, 100%. Violence Forever is a bunch of freaking wet balloons.
I like the
Wet balloons.
Dominic Guarini looks like he eats a lot of fucking wet balloons.
Yeah, doesn't he?
I did not.
What the fuck does that even mean?
He's like all like full.
He
of
eats a lot of wet balloons? Brundo, write
99
that
wet
down.
balloons.
99 wet balloons. One red, baby.
Dominic Guarini's a badass, though.
He's not a badass. He's all
He's a
right, bro.
badass.
Violence and Forever, bro. But let's talk about it. If you guys
Let's-
want to jump
yeah.
right into it. First
Hell
of all,
yeah, let's do it.
I think everyone's sick of Violence is Forever at GCW.
Yep.
Let's be real. I think they've had their time. You know, at first when they came in, everyone was kind of cheering for them. They thought they were going to do some good, and then what do? They take the shortcut out. Now you got us, the Gahbage Daddies, legitimate contenders for the GCW World Tag Team Championships. Won that match. We finally got that match. And what have they done leading up until Hammerstein? Nothing but shortcuts. They ain't nothing but busters. They're wimps. They don't want the Gahbage Daddies on one-on-one. Yeah, they beat us before twice. Guess what happened? They cheated. Every time they faced us, they've cheated. They have done nothing but shortcuts. And at Hammerstein Ballroom, 119, the Gahbage Daddies will be your new GCW heavyweight world tag team heavyweight champions. It don't matter what it is. We'll take any belts, actually. We want all the belts in GCW. Gahbage Daddies don't play.
Wait, but there's only one set of tag team belts.
Yeah, we'll take that, and then maybe we'll expand out, get some singles. You know what I'm saying? So we can be tag team champions and singles champions. Come on.
Yeah, but you guys can't both hold the Ultraviolet Championship, right?
Yeah, he can have the Ultraviolet. I'll take the world. or JCW World Championship. We can do both.
Oh, I like that. Well, you said a bunch of shortcuts. I mean, it showed up this past weekend, New Year's Eve at Till Infantry. You know, Kevin Koo sticking his nose in your tag match with the tag team title belts.
It's two singles matches. Yeah, it was Guarini versus Cole, and then Cole got the W, but then obviously that buster Kevin Koo wants to come in and jump Cole after the match, thinking I'm not going to go after go help my tag partner. But I was on the ass. That's the thing, is we're always 2 steps ahead of Violence is Forever. But they just seem to they just low lives, bro. The fans don't want them as tag champions anymore. We don't want them as tag champions anymore. The GCW faithful, everyone in GCW, the locker room don't want them as tag team champions anymore. They're not on the caliber of the past champions, and we're gonna prove that at Hammerstein.
Yeah, January 19th, huge show at the Hammerstein. Were you at the first GCW show at the Hammerstein?
No, I wasn't. So this is a big deal. This is a big deal for me. I mean, I had the opportunity to wrestle at the Hammerstein Ballroom when AEW came to New York. So that was an amazing opportunity. But this is a big deal. Like, just the legends that have gone through Hammerstein. You know what I'm saying? The last show, all right, I don't know what happened in the last show, but this show is going to change. This show is going to be different, and this show is going to rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I like how Brett and GCW are kind of leaning into the way the last show happened at the Hammerstein, and how this is kind of like redemption for the whole GCW crew. And I'm super excited because I was at the GCW Hammerstein show, and it was the only GCW show I'd ever seen up until that point. And then I didn't watch any other GCW until you guys were at the American Dream in November, and I am fully back invested in GCW because I think it's fantastic.
It's honestly an amazing company, and obviously GCW is going to have some haters. and people that want to badmouth it. But at the end of the day, we're the ones making money. And like I rock with GCW Hardbody because Brett's giving me opportunities that I wouldn't have gotten by grinding on the indies and, you know what I'm saying, in other territories or anywhere else. So I love it, and that's why I'm proud that on Hammerstein we're getting the opportunity that we will be the tag team champions. You know what I'm saying? The product is lit too because we have a bunch of killers in the locker room right now, honestly.
I was just going to ask you about this because, like, there's been a lot of talk about, like, you know, the big three. Like, what's like WWE, AEW. Now, what's that third? A lot of people would consider GCW right in that conversation. And then you just mentioned a bunch of killers in the locker room. What do you think Brett looks for when he brings people in or has establishing a roster for GCW? What do you think's on his mind when he brings people in?
Honestly, I don't know. It's extremely hard to read that man. You know what I'm saying? He's a businessman. He keeps it cool, calm, collect. He never really kind of shows you his emotions. Sometimes you catch Brett on like a good day, so he'll get like a little excited. But I think he's really just looking for good professional wrestlers, like people that are actually going to bring the caliber of product that GCW is known for. Like we got Gringo Loco, we got Errors, we got me, Cole, Jordan before he got hurt, and Jordo's coming back. When Jordo's knee's good, he's going to come back and he's going to kill it. We have Mike Bailey's one of the roster. You know what I'm saying? Like Masha, Megan Bain, who's like an up-and-comer this year that's been killing it. I honestly think he just looks for the work rate and people that are actually going to give a damn about GCW as much as he gives a damn about it.
Is there anybody on the roster that you're looking forward to mixing it up with that you haven't yet? Because there's a lot of talent on that roster.
There's a lot. I want me and Mike Bailey to go again. I feel like me and Megan Bain could have a dope match. Even have the Gahbage Daddies versus Genesis. I think that would be a banger. Who's else on the roster?
Have you got to wrestle Sydney Akeem?
No, there's one. There's one. I want that match. Sydney is insane. I mean, I never knew that he was an actual like gymnast before at Circus LA and all that. But when the first time I seen him in the ring, I'm like, why is this man out everywhere? Why is he not a world champion somewhere? You know what I'm saying? I know he's like, he hasn't been in the business that long, but he's already been on TV. He knows what he's doing in that ring. He knows what he does. Sydney's amazing. I would love to have that match.
And I don't know if you know this, but I'll put it out to the group because I haven't seen anything. I know Vikingo got hurt. Is that still a go for the 19th?
I don't know, brother. I don't book. I worry about my tag match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you. It just came up in conversation. I don't know if these guys heard anything.
No, yeah, no. I mean, I wish I heard some, but yeah, I just wrestle. I'm just looking for the tag straps. It's the only thing I'm worried about on the 19th right now.
I hear you. Do you keep track of how often you wrestle? Because 2024 looks like you wrestled your balls off, dude.
Yeah, not too often. I know my cage match is up, and there's a fan that's like a super fan of mine that will basically, like, anytime cage match is off on matches, she makes them add matches and sends them in so they get added, which is extremely cool. Thank you to her, because I would never be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just the time and effort it takes to do that. But 2 years, 2022, I wrestled 161 matches. 2023, I wrestled 161 matches. And now this year, I think I'm like 20 to 30 matches down from the regular, which I don't mind because my body's better for it.
Right.
But I think I'm at like 135 maybe.
What cage match has you at 136? That's pretty fucking impressive.
Don't worry, I looked on it before coming on.
I'm glad someone did the research. I've watched you wrestle a bunch recently. I've never heard you talk. You are so fucking Boston, dude.
Oh yeah. And it's hard because I go different places and like people think this is a work. Like I'm working it or I'm like putting on an accent until they're like, oh wow, you actually sound like that.
Can you hit us with the Go Sox?
Go Sox.
Go
you know
Sox.
What I'm saying? Go Sox, baby.
Yeah, that Bruins hoodie is making me a little sick right now, but I'll
Why? Because we're that good? Come on, son. I know the Panthers had our number the past 2 years, but it don't matter. Come on, we still on top, baby. Bruins #1, original 6.
How about the
Original
Devils?
6.
Devils are in second place. Come on now.
I like the Devils too.
All right.
I'm a Devils fan. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we just became best friends.
Bro, I like the Devils just because it's named after the New Jersey Devil. Just because it's named after a mythical creature. I've been a Devils fan since I was a kid.
All right. I'm in.
How do you feel about your head coach getting fired for the Patriots? Are you a football fan?
Yeah, so like I'm mostly like a college fan, but I do follow I keep up on the news once in a blue moon. I'm surprised that Mayo got fired. I mean, it wasn't the best season, but like he really wasn't working with the best roster. Like we're in like 90s Pats era right now.
Yeah.
Oh, God forbid, 90s Pats. We had to all suffer through this nonsense for the last fucking 20 years.
Hey, it's not my fault, but great. Okay.
Giants.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, yeah, Giants. Yeah, Giants had a number twice. They had Eli Manning. Look at the crew they had. Good for the Giants. Who has more Super Bowls? Just like everyone's talking about the Chiefs. The Chiefs never even beat us in a divisional round. They can never beat Brady. I don't want to hear it. We got it down because we were so good for so long. That's why we the city of champions.
Didn't Brady beat them with Tampa Bay?
Yes.
They beat the
Yeah, they could never beat Brady.
I'm a Jets fan, so I hate everything about Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'm a Dolphins fan. I hope fucking
I think he's a fine, upstanding citizen. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
What's going on with the Dolphins this year?
They didn't fire anybody. They didn't fire anyone like I asked them to yesterday.
Hey, you should have. We got our head coach fired. They should have fired their whole
They should have. 100% they should have.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel's too fucking smart for his own good. I don't want to get started. I'll go on a crazy rant. My poor wife's been listening to me yell about it all day today. If you were to compare the Garbage Daddies to an NFL football team, would they be the Patriots of the last 20 years?
I don't think we're there yet. Me and Cole are still fresh as a tag team. You know, we've been tagging for about like a year and a half, 2 years, I believe. I could be wrong on the statistic. I get dropped on my head a lot. I'm sorry. But I don't know.
You know who you are? I think you're the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
I think
0-4?
No, the current Buffalo Bills. The current Buffalo Bills.
What about like Kurt Warner Rams?
Kurt Warner Rams is good. Even the current day Rams.
Even the current day Rams. I like the Rams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
But like,
you guys are Detroit, man. You've been down so hard for so long. Now you're fucking lighting things
we
on
don't know
fire.
that they've been down for so long.
All right, fit the story, bro. Story's
Who's been down for so long?
No, I'm just go with the story, man. Like, talk about your.
The Bills of recent are like fresh. They're new. They're really, really good. But like you said, they're not there yet.
Cut your promos, man. Life's been keeping you and your boys down. You know, like you guys have been fighting from underneath, and now it's your time. You're coming up.
Yeah,
you're 14-2.
I like that.
The world's your oyster, man.
Yeah, we're more the Lions right now.
You're paying the world back for the way they treated you all this time.
Oh my God.
Fuck
the fact that the Lions were the Chicago Cubs of the NFL for a while was crazy.
You love it.
No, they're not. I do love it.
Now let's not look past because you guys you got a weekend full of Thursday you're doing Wrestling Open, and then Friday and Saturday GCW showing doing 2 shows, and you're working the High Seas and 2 Infinity and Beyond. So it's not like you guys have had this. And
I got Unsanctioned Pro the same day as GCW Columbus.
You didn't let me get to that yet. You're 3-way down.
I'm sorry. My bad.
We're talking tag team action first, though, because the Gahbage Daddies, they still got to take on the High Seas and 2 Infinity and Beyond, right? You still get your tag team match at Hammerstein, but the road is not. It's not an easy road.
It hasn't been easy at all. I feel like we've gotten more challenges to test the past couple months because of the position that we in. We're the only real tag team left other than Violence is Forever, if you really look at the GCW tag team division, and Violence knows that. So they've been bringing in everyone and their mother, honestly, to face us, to see if we can put to the test, to see if we're actually going to take that straps. And I honestly think that we will take those straps. Like, let's go. High Seas, okay. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I love high seas, but let's be real. Garbage daddies all day. I don't know what are you pirates? Are you boatmen? Are you wrestler? I don't know.
I think they
Anyways,
might be high. They might be high.
They may be high, but they may not be.
I think they might be.
The world may never know. You know what I'm saying?
You'll know when you watch.
Yeah, no, I'll know when I'm wrestling them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. The high seas, Cloudy and his partner, the very good wrestlers, a very well tag team. I've seen them at ESW a bunch, but I've watched them so much, like being a tag guy, that I know exactly what they're gonna do, all their little tactics, everything they're gonna pull. It's gonna be easy match. Now, Infinity and Beyond is gonna be a problem because Cheech and Colin are two OGs that have been around the game for a while. They know their stuff. They were ESW tag team champions forever. They've been everywhere. Colin, former WWE wrestler. What's crazy is him and Tommy Dreamer were actually my favorite tag team in ECW back in the day.
First of all, Alec, come
The
on.
real
that's
ECW.
That's not ECW.
It's ECW to me, goddammit. It's ECW to me. I was born during that era.
I understand you guys are kids, but for fuck's sake, you're not.
Come
when you go
on,
to Hammerstein
Mark Henry, Matt Hardy,
Dave Bautista and Big Show.
Listen, you're on a roster with an ECW original, Matt Cardona.
Yeah, come on. I'm an OG.
Can't do this anymore.
I was with you the whole time until KJG said Matt Cardona, and I was like, no, I'm out.
Yeah,
ECW original?
No. Yeah. ECWE original.
Colin Delaney and Tommy Dreamer never wrestled a tag team at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Okay.
Should have.
No, they shouldn't have.
Yes, they should have. They were the best tag team. The best angle. Like them having those TV death matches back in the day was everything. And you can't even lie and say you weren't watching it and enjoying it.
I was.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he
Exactly.
was. He's lying.
Exactly.
I'm not lying. I was not watching wrestling for that 8-year
I loved
period.
it.
I love the old school ECW. Don't get me wrong. It just I watch stuff like from that era, and it's amazing wrestling, but it's wrestling for that era.
No,
So like a
Give
lot
me
of
some
times,
Yoshitatsu.
Yeah, Yoshitatsu's a man.
Nah, we need extreme expose. I want to see the girl stripping at the beginning of every episode.
Give me some
Oh,
Ricky
that's what I
Ortiz.
Oh man, I want Sandman beating up zombies with the fucking cane. That's what I want.
That's fire.
It's good shit, man.
Then book it.
I want to see Shelly Martinez hanging upside down, man. That was awesome shit.
It was good shit. Yeah.
Kelly, she was 19 and she wanted to take her clothes off. Fuck yeah. ECW. She's hardcore. She's hardcore.
Just a broken man over here.
Come on, baby. The silver eagle strap? Tell me not.
The Silver Eagle.
The fucking do-rag Vince, get out.
Yeah. Oh, Durag Vince was crazy. That wasn't even with that strap though. That was with the old ECW title.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Henry was the first one to get that one, I think. Or was it? Yeah. Or was it Matt
Yeah.
Hardy?
No, it was Mark Henry. Matt Hardy beat him after. Because if you look at the logo in the middle, that's actually Mark Henry's like eagle logo that he had on the side of his trunks at that point.
Who did Tommy Dreamer end up beat? Was it Jack Swagger? No.
Christian.
Who did Tommy Dreamer beat for it? Christian?
Yeah.
No, but was
I
it
think.
Christian? Dude, Christian was the man.
Or maybe
back in the
Christian
day in
beat him.
ECW.
I still say it to this day. Christian and ECW, that was some of the best wrestling you could see.
Yes,
Ever.
100%.
Every match he was in was perfect.
I feel like him going to TNA like before that kind of like elevated him coming back because I knew him from TNA. I knew him as Christian Cage. And then I remember they dropped that like they had the promo where the Main Event Mafia was talking about you're leaving for the other company. Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da. So I was like, wait, what? Shit. Flipped on ECW automatically. I'm watching Christian Cage. This is and his freaking theme song was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He
Way
was
better
so
than-
good.
Way better the second time when he came back to ECW.
Yes. I didn't like the first one. The first one was like, it's not it. The second one was it.
Oh.
Tommy Dreamer did beat Christian for the WWECW championship.
The ECWE.
Whatever.
ECW.
Whatever you guys want to call
I've
it.
never heard anyone flip it before.
That's so good.
Come on, son.
That really is genius.
ECW. I've never. Everyone always calls it WWECW. I've never heard anyone flip it. That's
Oh,
legit.
no. Dude, I just came up with it off the top of the dome.
That's
You know
so
what I'm saying?
good.
Alec, we had a fan who's religiously listened to the show. He couldn't be with us tonight, but he is a big fan of yours and he loves your work at AIW. So he says some of his favorite matches and moments of yours are from AIW. He's kind of looking to see if you got you're going to drop a little trinket or a hint of what you got coming up January 17th there.
See, I don't know. Sometimes I find out, sometimes I don't, because, I'm just that type of wrestler where you can put me in any situation and I'll kill it. I appreciate him being a huge fan of me. Like, I tell him if he's at like an AIW show coming up, come through, come say hi. You know what I'm saying? Come see me at the merch table. I'll hook him up. But I have no clue what's going on the 17th, but I know that John Thorne's going to throw something at me because he always does.
Yeah, last time you were there was what, you and Matthew Justice, right?
Yep. I feel like that was a great match for me because AIW I've always been either hated or loved. There's been like a mix because originally I came in, I was a piece of crap, and then some people loved to watch me wrestle, and then other, it's Ohio fans, so they hate you,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Ohio fans are kind of really cutthroat. But that match I feel like showed them that like, hey, I'm here, like I've been here, I can take an ass beating and I can dish one. So it was a good turnaround.
Hey, did Alex Price get everything he wanted for Christmas?
Alec Price got everything. Yeah, I got a good family. I got my shorty over here.
Oh,
I got a new ramen bowl. So
new ramen. You like the ramen? I got ramen bowls too.
Oh yeah, bro. I got an Invader Zim one.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck that is. My fucking sister's family gave us.
You don't know what an Invader Zim is? Like the old
No.
Nickelodeon cartoon? Crazy.
No.
Oh man,
I don't know what that is, and I don't recognize WWE as an ECW.
He's a crotchety old man.
ECW.
No, don't you fucking dare! You were never there. You were never there, Alex.
ECW. I was there in my heart, baby. I was there in my spirit.
GC dub at the Hammerstein Ballroom, but it ain't ECW.
Oh, you kiss ass.
Yes, they will.
What?
Why you got to shit on his parade? He's talking about his favorite ECW.
Yeah, but my favorite ECW, so this is not the first time you guys have been razzing me on this shit.
Sabu,
Yeah,
Sandman.
he likes Eastern with fucking Kodiak Bear and Gino Caruso.
Oh, I don't like
That's his favorite ECW.
You know what's crazy though is one of the most viral ECW moments with Sandman was at the ECWE One Night Stand.
that was huge.
I'm just saying.
Alec, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Where was
fella?
that before, baby?
No, that intro.
I'm a big fan too, but that's true.
His entrance at One Night Stand was amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it was at Hammerstein.
The first One Night Stand.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's like a standalone ECW
Yeah.
show, and then we got the WWE ECW.
No, they were bought. They had the RVD John Cena.
That was the second one.
Was that the second one?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
the first
then I'm
one
Remember,
was
stupid.
RVD was hurt for the first one. He couldn't wrestle.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
they
I'm
had-
dumb.
No, don't do
Oh,
that.
No,
come
you're
on
not
now.
dumb.
It's not. I mean,
Nah, I'm just fucking
we
around.
all don't feel that way about people from New England, but
I do.
so you kicking off 2025 with this whole schedule full of GCW stuff. You're also doing AIW. You're doing the unsanctioned Pro 3-way dance, and then at the beginning of February, you're going to Alpha One, and you're getting a chance to work with Sammy Callahan.
Yep, and I got England and Paris coming up on the 25th and 6th too.
Yeah, the Lycos, right? Lycos Gym.
Yeah, Lycos Gym on England, and then I have no clue who I'm working in Paris. So, or who were the Gahbage Daddies? I don't know what's going on, but that's exciting because it's my first time going over international. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you never been overseas?
Never been overseas.
All right, just protect your wallet.
One of those belts. Put them up like here, the breastbone.
Yeah.
The Bristol.
Don't get in any unmarked cars.
That's the favorite ones to get into, though.
What
Those
kind
are
of
the best ones.
what kind of espionage shit are you fucking saying to Alec? Don't get in
Yeah.
unmarked cars.
Yeah.
Like
You trying to set me up over there? Trying
No,
to
I want to see more Alec Price. I don't want to I don't want him on our fucking death pool.
I don't think he knows.
Back
what that is.
here if you need me.
God decides that on me, brother. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If I go, I go. He's the one that say I can't say shit.
We have a fan in the chat, SJ, who's been blowing up the chat. She's a big fan of yours. Best damn tag team GCW has ever had, she says. You guys have been doing so amazing, and your hard work shows it. I look forward to your guys' matches every GCW show. So that's SJ in the chat. She had too many for me to just pull one up.
Let's go. Shout out to SJ over there. You know what I'm saying? She knows the real vibe, the real like people are recognizing that the Garbage Daddies are doing what we got to do. Every time we get in that ring, we get better as a tag team and even as individual wrestlers. You know, when we first got into a tag team action, we were moving like we knew each other, but we still had some, shortcomings, some stumbles, some falls. But now we're starting to figure out where we can hide our shortcomings and elevate our equal greater parts as a good tag team. You know what I'm saying? Taking two halves and making them a whole.
Let me ask you this, Alec. As a fan, the People vs. GCW, what are you most looking forward to seeing outside of the Garbage Daddies walk out as tag team champions?
I want to see Effie take the belt.
Yeah, you think it's his time?
I think it's his time.
I don't trust that Mance Warner.
I don't trust Mance Warner either, but Effie's. I feel like Mance Warner has pushed Effie to a point where Effie's going to have to go down to Mance's level. You know, every time Effie's tried to get that belt, he's always tried to wrestle him like Effie, and he's trying to take out his anger, but he's never dropped himself to a lower level like Mance did.
I hope Effie gets real close and Allie kicks him in his dick. That's what I hope.
That's not nice.
No, fuck that.
Why?
Because I love me some Mance.
I love me Mance too, but at the same exact time, I got to recognize my boy. You know what I'm saying? Mance is doing some low down dirty shit.
Yo, he wasn't even the star of Bussy. Let's get it straight. Come on, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Bold.
Anyways.
That's bold. That's a bold statement right there.
They don't call her Allie Ketch for nothing. She was trained
Yeah.
by George Hackenschmidt's family, for Christ's sake.
What is she doing? Taking shortcuts as well.
Fuck yeah. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Nah, bro. You got to do it the right way. This is professional wrestling. We are professionals in this locker room.
Do
We're
unto
a
others from
family.
behind before they could do unto you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You'll also, guess what? You'll also get to see at the Hammerstein Ballroom ECW Originals, Little Guido, Super Crazy, and Tajiri, and Masato
Yes.
Tanaka.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Their
Fuck
match
yeah.
from the original ECW was insane. The three-way from Super Crazy, Tajiri, and Little Guido, like all their ones was crazy. But the first one I ever watched was like knowing that none of them spoke the same language, but they were still able to put on the product of wrestling that they did. Insane.
Yeah, I feel like Little Guido has earned a lot more respect and credit as time has gone on. But you can always see it with him, even back in the original ECW, just what an amazing talent he is and still is.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's
He's
like
still
90
going.
years old. Yeah, of
And
course.
he's freaking jacked. You know what I'm
Nuts.
saying? He's jacked. He's shredded.
And
I'm
wasn't
like,
there
why am I like that?
wasn't there a point in time too, like during COVID when WWE was coming back, like they tapped him to become a referee because they had nobody else doing it, and they actually went and refereed a couple shows at the Garden and stuff.
He was a TV referee. I'm pretty
Really?
sure.
Yeah,
I didn't
Yeah,
even know.
that's right.
He was a referee before they was it before or after he was it had to have been before he was an NZO.
he's an amazing,
Yeah,
talented guy.
He's like I don't know. He was underappreciated and underrated for a long time
Yep.
until he was one of the people that kept his work rate up. Even in his age, he has his work rate up. The same way he was wrestling in ECW, he's wrestling now, and he still goes at it, and he still bumps around. Like, that's just a testament to how good of a worker he is and, like, why he should be getting the recognition. He honestly should have gotten it sooner, but sometimes it takes time for people to recognize your fine wine. You know what I'm saying?
And he's a legit stretcher too, man. Like he's one of those guys that you would not want to fuck with.
No.
UWFI guy. That's right.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, no. All those old school guys used to do MMA and stuff. Look at him. He looks like he can roll. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You got anything to say to that there, Double T?
No, why? Why you gonna come at me? I'm looking up Alec Price things. I'm coming up with questions. You're busting my balls over here. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking little Guido. I was expecting you to talk some shit.
No, I love the FBI. Staying Alive, the Entrance version. Fucking Tommy Rich, Tracy Smothers, JT Smith.
That was good shit, man.
You know what's crazy is I feel like a lot of the mid-carders back in the day, didn't get a lot of recognition that they're getting now because people are starting to watch old wrestling and starting to appreciate the actual work rate that these guys had. Because if you looked at it, the mid-carders were the ones that had the work rate. Those were the work rate match guys. Those were the ones that were always going in, always trying to prove themselves. I love the main event guys. The main event guys had main event matches. They were killing it, but it was the real mid-carders that were kind of keeping the boat afloat.
Yeah, I mean that was the the lay of the land in all of pro wrestling back then. Hogan, Andre on top, Steamboat and Savage in the middle, and it was just like that was the formula. So
yeah, but even like Steamboat and Savage got their recognition. I feel like a lot of the mid carders from like ECW or like WCW never really got that recognition until now, when you have like people from my generation of wrestling and people younger than me going to watch back. You know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting point. I wonder if that has a lot to do with how wrestling is so easily accessible now with the internet and with social media and with the network and all that stuff, and all these libraries that you never saw before are now just out there unless you were tape trading, which is probably true. But like you look at the WCW Cruiserweight division, like that got its due. Like those guys were holding it down for the main event guys, for the NWO. Like those guys were holding it down for them. So yeah, I think you're onto something there.
Maybe not. Who knows?
No, well, the way we consumed wrestling,
different.
like we were like, whatever, you're watching the WWF, you're watching Raw, and then there's some match you don't care about, so you switch to WCW to see if there's going to be who's showing up at the NWO next. Then you see like a match you don't care about, and you switch back and you go back and forth, and you just don't appreciate it for what's happening at the time.
Yeah.
So because you're just watching for those holy shit moments, which is kind of what the whole Attitude Era was.
It was just holy shit moments
for the most part. Yeah, I mean, you go back now, like we talk about it all the time. You find some like 1999 WCW Worldwide, and it's got some fucking great matches you never heard of on there, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I just uncovered this.
I didn't even hear Worldwide. That's crazy.
Yeah, like Robbie Brookside and Doc Dean versus like fucking the Blue Bloods and shit. Like
what? That's insane.
Alec, let me ask you this question. I ask all the guests this, so let's ask Alec Price. Alec Price, I'm sorry.
You're good.
When was the last time you shit your pants?
In the ring?
Oh,
no.
I don't know. You got
anywhere
in the ring or just in general?
No, I'm not a baby, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're young. You're a young man, so
yeah. Yeah, but like I usually make it to the bathroom. Like if I feel my stomach grumbling, I'm going, or like I shit before I go out there too. It was crazy because I got a podcast question before that was basically asked if I've ever shit myself in the ring, and it's like no, just take a shit before you go out there. You know what I'm saying?
Look. I ask every guest, and every guest they have some. They've either done it, or they have a story. It's,
well, like you're
gonna get older,
those,
and
like, shards,
things are gonna
like,
happen.
That was like I was like a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like sharts and stuff, but like.
Yeah, well, not like a fucking. No, I'm not asking you if you shit a log in your pants. Shart, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, when I was a kid, yeah, probably like years ago.
All right.
I'll take it.
Like, what if you're like fucking running late to a town? Maybe you had a gas station burrito. You fucking get there. You can't hit the bathroom. You gotta hit the ring.
Of the highway, bro. I bring wet wipes everywhere. I bring wet wipes with me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Always prepared. I like that.
Yeah. Plus, you ain't really cleaning with dry wipes. You got to use wet wipes to actually clean that shit.
I'll tell you what. Invest in a bidet. Bidet is a game changer. Don't roll your eyes, Tony. It attaches to the fucking toilet. It's the best $20 I ever spent.
I don't think he heard you, Matt.
What, a bidet?
Oh yeah, there you go.
I heard of. I've used a bidet before. I fuck with it. It catches you off guard at first. You're like, "Ooh, what's that?" But,
well, yeah, you know what you signed up for.
Especially if it's cold too. Like
I don't know. I don't know if you'd take cleaning advice from the guy that does his laundry in a porta potty. I don't know if that's the way you want to go.
No, you motherfuckers, you do this to me every time.
Were you at least hanging it in there? Like,
No,
There's like a clothesline in there.
yeah. Freaking Bradshaw, that shit.
no, I sharted while I was at work, and I had to go to the porta john and clean out my underoos because I had to go back to work.
I would have just threw him out, dude. What do you mean?
Thank you.
He brought him home and washed them.
No, just
And he still has them.
Yeah, he's probably wearing them right now.
toss them. How much are freaking underoos? Like $5 a pack?
How? Why does this always turn into everybody picking on me?
You brought it up, son.
Wait, did you like wash them and then put them back on right after?
He sure
Yes, I couldn't take them off.
He didn't even free ball it, dude.
Yeah, you got
The last time I did it there, the last time I shit my pants there, I did
time.
take them off and throw them in the porta john.
Okay.
But then the porta john, when they cleaned it, they just left them next to him. My wife is never home on Monday nights, and she's home tonight, and she's standing on the other side of the computer, just fucking looking at me.
Shaking her head.
Yeah,
My wife's in the chat too. That might be the last
Stick her
time.
fucking head right over.
Hi, Ree.
This one says hello.
Blow your nose, Ree.
Tony said, "Blow your nose." You got a lot of boogers.
But just let Matt feed him to Matt. He likes that shit.
No, I don't eat boogers. Stop. See, now you're just
Not your own.
Mike McCarthy?
Mike McCarthy,
Mike McCarthy, masshole, used to make people eat boogers.
not the
Well,
coach of the
he-
Dallas Cowboys.
Nah, OG from New England. He actually used to be on the punk scene back in the day. And he was like him and his crew were responsible for getting the Nazis out of the punk scene back in the 90s. And then he was a wrestler for years. He actually G-checked me, made me a little bit more humble when I first got into wrestling. So shout out to Mike McCarthy, the booger eater. You know what I'm saying?
Booger eater.
Well, he would make you eat boogers. He legit had a spot where he'd trap you in the corner, stick a finger up his nose, and be like, "Who wants to see him eat a booger?" and shove it down your throat.
Ah,
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck that guy.
that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Especially when he was using Vicks Vapor Rub too.
Ugh.
Yeah, minty
What
boogers.
kind of
Not
fucking
good.
Boston shit were you guys into?
He was on the punk scene. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I mean, at least they were minty.
Yeah. I could
I
breathe.
guess.
I could breathe.
Ugh.
Oh boy.
The fuck are we doing?
This would
We're
be
having a
great.
great time with Alec Price. He's going to be on GCW this Friday and Saturday. If you can't be in Columbus and Rochester, Triller TV, it's $8 a month. And GCW runs fucking a zillion
Oh.
shows.
And I don't know if it's dropped yet. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say it, but I'm gonna
Oh,
say it
boy.
anyways.
Do it.
Sunday, I'm at Limitless in Harmon. I'm in Maine. So I don't know if that's been posted out yet or showed anything, but I'm gonna be there in Maine.
Nice. Lovely.
You just don't stop. Is that
Nah, I pay
is
my
that
rent off of this.
WWE ID thing something like is that like the next step in Alec Price's career for 2025?
Honestly, I want whatever comes to me and whatever opportunities are put in for. Like, I want everything. So like, it's hard. Like, I would love to be a WID prospect, but I would also like to be signed to TNA, and I would also like to be signed anywhere. I want to do more stuff in wrestling that I haven't gotten to do on the indies, like go international. I want to do like a month-long tour. So I know a tour is definitely one of the big goals, and hopefully a contract. But you know, everyone's road's different. So if it happens this year, it happens this year. If it happens next year, it happens next year. I'm just gonna keep maturing and being, I don't know, just being better as a person and a wrestler. And then when I finally get that opportunity, I'll be ready for it.
Awesome.
Well, Alec, we're rooting for you over here. You're fucking awesome. This was a blast. We appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to join us. Your social media information has been scrolling across the bottom of the screen the whole time. If you are listening in podcast form, at the Prize City OG, ProWrestlingTees.com/the Prize City OG. If you want to support Alec and grab a t-shirt.
Also, I got a Big Cartel garbage merch. I got a couple shirts on there right now.
Yeah, the pre-order is ends this Saturday, right?
Yep.
Get your Gahbage Daddy t-shirts so you can wear them proudly at the Hammerstein on the 19th when the Gahbage Daddies walk out of their GCW World Tag Team Champions.
100%. New champs.
We love it. Alec, this was an absolute pleasure. Anytime you want to come back on, just hang out and shoot the shit and talk ECWWE. You come hang out with us.
Oh, of course. I appreciate y'all having me on and letting me take the time to explain myself and just get over what I want to get over. And thank you for letting me talk on your platform. And I'd love to come back.
Oh, we'd love to have you. And maybe 100%. I'll buy some underwear and not fucking shit my pants.
That's gonna be a Christmas present, bro. I'm gonna get you some Fruit of the Looms.
There it is.
You know what? I can't even say that because I think I was the last wizard to shit his pants. So
you sure were.
Look, I broke my own rule. I ate off of a food truck I knew I shouldn't have eaten off of.
Oh yeah, it's I don't eat any imports for that reason sometimes, unless I 100% know what it is. You know what I'm saying? If it's a Dunkin's, I'll go. Because how are you gonna fuck up a Dunkin's? How you gonna fuck up Starbucks? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it's a random food spot, if I don't go to a Shake Shack, it's they don't clean their grills correctly. If they got bruised bagels, I go for some bagels. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get coffee and bakery at the airport. You can't get none of the stuff.
No, all right.
It's not good.
Smart man.
No, I am very interested to see how your overseas tour goes.
Yeah, I mean, that's my goal with the Paris and England show dates is to network my ass off so I can do a month or two long tour. I love wrestling in America. I love the fans over here. I love the Northeast, but I feel like I need a change in my wrestling, in just in my surroundings and my environment. Wrestling, I've been wrestling for 8 years now. And it's awesome. And I've gone to do everything. And I'm very grateful for what I've gone to do in this business and the time that I've been in this business. But I need a change now. And I feel like a change is going to make me break through that wall and get to the next level. So I'm hoping that I get a nice tour out of it. End up in Portugal with my family. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. I love it. I love it. I hope 2025 brings you all these, Alec. Again, anytime you want to come back on, we'd love to have you. And we'll be rooting you on the 19th at Hammerstein.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And I'll catch y'all later. All right.
Thanks, Alec, man. Have a great night, brother.
Peace.
See you.
Did you guys
get thrown under the bus the whole show? No, just me.
Just you.
I'll
wait till after the break to ask this question because something struck me, and I wanted to see if
you got thunderstruck.
I got thunderstruck, and I want to see if you guys saw it at the time, or maybe we'll see it in the future.
Oh, okay. I like that. We're gonna. What do we got? Do we want to talk Tiffy time, a little AEW, and then some homework, or we just want to do homework? You guys tell me.
Talk about
what you want to do.
I think it was a good AEW show last week. We could talk some of that.
All right.
And
I would, I don't know if it's something you want to do, but we had a very interesting text conversation yesterday. I don't know if you want to bring that up. You motherfuckers. I'm so dumb. No.
1 hour, 13 minutes.
Because I know you're fucking at a point. I know you're just doing it to get a rise out of me. Because I'm there's no fucking way they can't really believe everything they're saying. But I'm still responding like a maniac, standing in the freezing fucking cold, texting, Googling things, looking up stats, writing fucking numbers down on a paper plate like an asshole.
Want me to go? Want me to do this?
Yeah, because I don't want to hear Grumpy McGrumperson anymore. KJG, uno, dos, tres, me.
Back at this.
We would like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in every week to listen to The Shining Wizards. Here are some other ways in which you can support the show. If you shop on Amazon, visit amazon.shiningwizards.com and shop the way you always do. You'll pay the same low prices, and a portion of your purchase will help support the show. If you'd like to buy a Shining Wizards t-shirt, visit merch.shiningwizards.com to visit our pro wrestling tee store, and select from over a dozen great designs. You can also become a Patreon supporter at patreon.shiningwizards.com, where we offer bonus content, producer credits, special legend shows where you participate in the show, and so much more. Continue to listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts and watch the show live on social media. Don't forget to like, rate, review and subscribe. Your continued support helps us to keep bringing you the best in professional wrestling podcasting.
It's time for your weekly lineup of shows on the Shining Wizards Network. On Mondays, it's the latest from Gorilla Brain, featuring the year of Duke and Rowe, covering a year's worth of classic wrestling, and the Tots Pod, introducing the world to wrestling action figure collecting. Also on Mondays, it's 30 Screams or Less, a weekly review of horror movies in 30 minutes or less. Rounding out Mondays, it's the Shining Wizards, covering everything in the world of pro wrestling. On Wednesdays, it's the Mark Order Podcast, keeping you up to date on everything AEW. On Fridays, it's Horns Up, as Radioactive Metal brings you everything in the world of heavy metal music. And on Saturdays, it's the ROH Revelry, covering everything in the history of Ring of Honor. The Shining Wizards Network is also the home to other great shows, like Bread Club, bringing you the latest from New Japan Pro Wrestling. The Brocast, your watch-along from Down Under, featuring the greatest wrestling matches in history. Turnbuckle Throwbacks, paying homage to the greatest shows in the history of pro wrestling. Wrestling Night in Canada, a focus on wrestling with a north-of-the-border spin. Going Underground, taking you back to everything in the history of Lucha Underground. An inconclusive breakdown, keeping you up to date on everything happening in the world. Enjoy all of the amazing shows on the Shining Wizards Network, available wherever you listen to podcasts and at shiningwizardsnetwork.com. It's the Shining Wizards Network. Entertainment here.
Yeah, here you go.
We
There's
are
some
back.
entertainment for you.
And again, thank you to Alec Price at the Prize City OG. Right? That's his Twitter handle.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to say it, but I think Violence is Forever is going to kick the shit out of them garbage ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
why do you wait for them to leave?
Yep. Big Dominic Arena guy. Big Dominic Arena guy.
You know
Kevin
what?
Koo ain't so bad himself.
You guys got to grow some fucking balls then and say something when these guys are on the show. I mean, it's good at, first of all, you know, it's good. It'd be probably good entertainment. Hey,
I talk shit about Effie.
He's not wrestling Effie.
Gives a shit. He thought Effie was going to win the title. I had to
I
set
know,
him
but if
straight.
we had Effie on the show, you wouldn't say anything to Effie.
Yeah,
I
I'd
did
fuck
reach
with
out
Effie.
to Violence of Forever. Both ghosted me, so rooting for Alex. He actually jumped on.
They're very busy guys. That's why.
Are they? I couldn't.
One of them's
So
eating.
Netflix won't allow me to cast from my phone to my TV. So I have to. I cannot see the debut Netflix Raw until I go downstairs and watch it on the TV box down there.
That's what I plan on.
Well, all you need to know is the Fortnite logo front and center in the fucking middle of the ring.
It's not all I need to know. I
Fucking
did.
amazing.
I am toying.
How
with-
many wrestlers are going to come out going, da, 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 da.
Manji's at the concession stand.
He's doing the back on 74 dance.
Turn the TV off. I do kind of like the setup though, like the way I turn my desk.
Good for
I like
toot
it.
your own horn a
Yeah.
little more there, buddy.
All right. Well, what do you want? So, did you? I know Brundo asked for my New Japan login, and I know KJG watched some. Did you two chodes watch anything?
No, because AEW was involved. I don't give a fuck. And honestly, like Zack Sabre Jr. is fine. I don't care, man. Like honestly, like, and we were talking about it when we were chatting. Nobody Nobody but Voices of Wrestling covered these fucking shows. Nobody.
What do you mean?
Last year, you could find it everywhere. Everybody had predictions. Everybody was talking about what's going to happen. Everybody was explaining stories, how we got there. This year, nothing.
Even when I was looking for the match card, like I put in Wrestle Kingdom 2025, and like the first results came up was like Wrestle Kingdom from 2 fucking years ago.
Yeah,
Nobody gave a shit about this.
it was giving me opinions from Wrestle Kingdom 12.
Yeah.
On the first page of hits.
Yep.
I feel like you guys don't know how to use Google.
No, man.
Did you put in like tools like last 24 hours or last 48 hours?
Or like just
Oh yeah,
Wrestle
for
Kingdom
news.
19?
Yeah. Put in
All right,
19.
so you're and we kind of touched on it with Kate. Like they're definitely in a down period. Like for I hate you all. So like I get like Zack Sabre Jr. doesn't do it for everybody. I get it. We've went from Okada, Tanahashi, Nakamura, Jay White to Zack Sabre Jr., Shota Umino.
Who'd you say is getting a title shot next?
Hiroki Goto.
Oh, come on, dude.
No, stop.
At least he's a former champion. He's won G1s, I think, too.
He had a spectacular G1 this
Yeah.
year.
Well, good for him. He didn't win the fucking thing, did he?
No, but he had a great showing.
Oh, good for him. Shota Umino did
Well,
too,
it means
right?
something. Shota Umino didn't win the G1 either. Fucking Zack Sabre Jr. won the
He had a
G1.
great match with Claudio, though.
Yeah, had a great showing.
Yeah, David Finlay had the best showing of the weekend, I thought. His 2 matches.
He still got the international title.
He lost it. He lost it to Yoda Tsuji.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I picked Yoda Tsuji.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Let's talk about picks, baby. We are all tied up with 1 pay-per-view to go.
Oh no!
Shit.
T-Donk tied going into the TNA pay-per-view in a couple weeks.
And I am a TNA expert. Gonna Benoit that shit.
What is it? January 19th, TNA Genesis will be the last pay-per-view we pick of the 2024 year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to come down to Tony and KJG.
Ooh, TNA, eh?
Yeah, TNA. Right now, what do we got? Moose against Ace Austin for the X Division title. Spitfire against Ash by Elegance for the TNA Knockouts tag title. So Ash and Heather.
Heather by Elegance.
Josh Alexander, Mike Santana, I Quit match. Jordan Grace, Tessa Blanchard. Hardys against the Rascals for the TNA World Tag titles. And Nick Nemeth, Joe Hendry.
For the world title.
Boy.
What do you think?
Oh, boy.
How many matches? 6, 7? What was
Right
that?
now,
So
6
far.
announced, but we still have a couple weeks. So
Oh god, there's gonna be 16 by the time.
No,
we
it's
fucking get there.
TNA.
16. They might do 10.
Is Matt Cardona on the show?
Not yet. But you never know.
Oh, gosh.
All right, so you guys up there, and you have zero interest in New Japan, and you won't watch anything that AEW is associated with.
I mean, some things I will.
What are you talking to me?
Either of you two.
I fucking watched Wrestle Kingdom last year.
All right, well, sorry, the fucking DeLorean's broken. We can't go back a year and talk about Wrestle
I couldn't
Kingdom.
find this year's event.
I gave you the login information.
Which I don't think still works, Matt, by the way.
I had to change the password, so I can send a new password to the group.
Okay. But I was still able to watch somehow. I don't know how on your stuff, but
Hey, whatever works, bro.
yeah.
Whatever works. But I thought David Finlay had a great weekend. I thought Gabe Kidd and Kenny Omega was awesome.
Yeah.
I really don't understand the Chris Charlton stuff. Like why he's getting in trouble.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't hear about this.
Well, he's
Tony Khan's a bitch.
I mean, from what Kate might know a little more than us, but apparently it's a New Japan problem. But I didn't, So I'll give you Cliff's notes.
Down period.
The girls say when they want to fuck.
It's a relationship on the rocks.
New Japan. The story going into the Kenny Gabe match is Kenny has left New Japan. Gabe Kidd lives, breathes, eats, sleeps New Japan. So that was the story going into it. And look, Kenny made a huge impact in New Japan, and he really did help get a lot of eyes on the product. So this is going into the match. Gabe Kidd comes out.
And now Charlie is the play-by-play guy.
Chris Charlton is the play-by-play guy. Yes.
Charlie.
He lives and breathes fucking New Japan Pro Wrestling.
But didn't he call the Young Bucks his bosses?
I don't know. I didn't watch the three-way.
When they when they were coming to the ring, those are my bosses.
Was that Chris Charlton or was that Rocky Romero?
I don't think was Rocky Romero on the call the entire show.
I don't know. Rocky called the Kenny Omega
called
match. I didn't watch. I had zero interest in the tag match.
Okay, so when the EVP, when the Jacksons were coming to the ring, the Bucks, he said like they are. He was giving all their accolades, and he said my bosses, and
That's
he's like
not
maybe
Chris
like
Charlton because he doesn't work for AEW, so I don't know who was on the call.
But he said I think it was him, and he said at least for tonight, maybe he may have added that caveat. Said at least for tonight they're my bosses, and then he shits on Tony Khan a little later.
He didn't know. He didn't. Here's the thing. Chris Charlton lives, breathes, eats, sleeps New Japan Pro Wrestling. Gabe Kidd is representing New Japan Pro Wrestling and what New Japan Pro Wrestling stands for. This is the story they're telling. This is what this feud is built on.
Great match.
So it was an unbelievable match. So Kenny Omega comes out. Rocky Romero's on commentary. And Rocky Romero says Kenny Omega is the epitome of Japanese wrestling.
Right. I heard that.
And Chris Charlton took exception to that. And he said he left New Japan, and Gabe Kidd cares more about New Japan than Kenny Omega does. And I'm paraphrasing. And he said, he's been with New Japan through take and give. It's take and give. And then some money mark takes Jay White, Will Ospreay, Jay White, and what does he do with them? And, Rocky, they kind of, he was a little upset, but it was, his character is a New Japan, like he's representing New Japan. So, of course, he's going to be upset about this.
But like,
he called the rest of the match, like he put over how great Kenny Omega was. This is bigger than New Japan and AEW does a great job. Like he towed the line. It was just that moment where he kind of took offense to what Rocky Romero said, how Kenny Omega was Japanese wrestling, but he hasn't been there for like fucking 5 years. All right. Fucking smattering of an applause over here.
No, I'm just trying to like get, but he's trying to defend New Japan, but he's doing it in kind of like a heel way, which is odd to me.
Wouldn't you be upset too if the company you lived and breathed for had their fucking superstars taken away from
but
them?
I'd also realize that it's a fucking business, and I'd grow a fucking pair. And
it was part of the story. The story is
so then why is he
AEW?
So then why is he in trouble then?
There's two words. Money mark. That's what did it.
Yep.
That's what did it. And he's only suspended for 2 months, by the way.
Is that a story or is that real?
Well, he'll be suspended for 2 months. So he'll be back just in time for the next New Japan show. So it doesn't make a difference.
No, he won't be back in time for the next New Japan show.
When's the next New Japan show? Tomorrow?
No. No.
Is Doki Goto going to win fucking Q-Tip's title?
Why do you hate everything?
I want Hanare to come back. Hanma.
That's why
I want Hanamania to come back.
He was in the Battle Royal, the Rambo.
Oh, the Rambo? Did Greg Gagne win?
You're such a shit. What do you guys want to talk about?
Tiffy time. Is he frozen?
I'm good for Tiffy time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. First of all, 3-hour SmackDown.
No,
That's too much.
No, it was good.
yeah, but Triple H said it's going back to 2.
Yeah,
Not
but
to
he
worry.
didn't say when.
Not to worry, it's coming.
I like what they're doing with Raw too. They said there's not a defined time for it. So that's fucking genius in a lot of ways, because you know how when you're watching a show and it's in the main event, you're kind of looking at the clock, kind of trying to map it up like, okay, this is going to be the finish, or this is going to be like, I like the fact that you have no idea. Like he said, one show could be 2.5 hours, one show could be 3:15. Like it just depends on creative.
And it's so funny you mentioned that, because I was thinking about what I was watching the replay of all the New Japan stuff, and unless I just missed it, Matt, like you could all like the replays was like divided into matches.
Yeah.
So like you were just watching one match, so like you knew when, like you kind of knew when when anything was coming, because it was just broken down by match and the time was like kind of there for you already. So that kind of bummed me out. So the Netflix thing is kind of exciting if one show like it just has to go on its own momentum and volition.
Wait,
Like,
did you watch the
great.
show with the timestamp on the bottom of your screen the whole time?
I guess I don't know.
I mean, when
Don't
you
worry,
open it
double.
up-
It's a down period. It's a down
No, I
period.
mean, if you
Don't
just
worry
move the cursor off of that, it disappears.
Huh. Fascinating turn of events.
Back on 74.
Oh God! So Tony's most excited about Fortnite being in the middle of the ring, but we had our 3-hour SmackDown Friday night, and Tiffy finally cashed in.
It's brilliant. So good. She comes in, fakes the cash in, throws the ref over the ropes, hits Naomi with the briefcase, fakes the whole damn thing, tells Nia to go after Bianca. Bianca, she hits her with the fucking briefcase. Perfect. Cashes in. You got it. It's Tiffy time, boys.
HK, you happy with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Like at this point, I don't really know when the right time to pull the trigger is. I mean, like I think that we've kind of come accustomed to like now's when they should do it, and then you get so many like deep fakes of now I'm going to do it, now I'm not going to do it. So I don't think I know when the right time to do it is anymore, and I think that how it's cashed in is the more important thing. Like I still go back to I think War Games would have been genius if she would have done it right there. It would have been an ultra heel move. It would have been fantastic. The way that they executed this, I thought was well done. So like I don't know if on SmackDown or on the next pay-per-view, you know what I mean? Like when the exact right time to do it is, it's just more in how it's done. And I thought they did it beautifully.
Yeah, this SmackDown was like a big deal without it really being a big deal. And so like, it's 3 hours now. It's USA still, but it's 3 hours now. It's like the season premiere, so to speak. And so it had a big night feel, but at the end of the day, it's still SmackDown. So like to have this happen when like really nobody expected it, and the way that, like you said, they've been doing deep fakes, like falsies, false cash-ins all the time. And then for her to fake it again to just throw everybody off the scent and then actually do it was I thought was absolutely brilliant. And now it looks like we got ourselves I don't know if we have ourselves a new baby face on our hands, but we're getting there because she still took out Bianca Belair.
I mean, she's been borderline ready to pop face for a while now.
Yeah.
Like if you even go back into like her final like days in NXT, she was definitely drawing more praise. That's why again going back to that War Games, if she would have done that and fucked her team over, it would have been so beautiful. But I think right now I don't know that the fan base is going to allow her to truly be a heel unless she does some real heinous shit.
As long as they don't try and turn it for, her being the heel and Nia chasing her as a face.
Right.
I don't see that working at all.
Although I did kind of become more of a Nia fan here recently.
Jesus.
Did any?
Tony, how do you feel about are you in HK's camp with the Nia Jax, I suck and I swallow?
I feel bad for Mike Chioda. Did you see the footage of him carrying her back to the locker room?
Oh, jeez.
You did see that, right? That wasn't a figment of my imagination. But that's really hysterical on her part, though. Like, she was so beat up, she needed him to fucking carry her. It's really funny if you think about it. That's all I got.
That's all you got. What about
also,
swallow?
I mean, who doesn't? Chelsea Green, United States champion, chef's kiss, unbelievable.
Brundo,
What the fuck happened to Brundo? Jesus.
Fuck.
Would you flush the toilet?
No, somebody's playing with the plugs.
Fucking Wyatt Six there. What's going on? Yeah, she did that on like a live house show. Not a live house show. That's redundant. You fucking moron. She did a house show. Someone had like a "You sucks" sign, and she like grabbed the house mic. It was like, "I suck and I swallow."
Jesus.
Well, there's probably not much that she doesn't swallow. Let's be honest.
Maybe that's why they finally took the belt off.
I'm sold.
She can suck the fucking cream out of a Twinkie.
This was on a microphone. She said this.
Yeah.
And then she sucked the microphone off.
And swallowed it.
You guys watch a lot more WWE than I do. Tony's favorite tag team is somehow in the tag title picture with DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yes, boy.
He hates the outfits they wear up top.
Pretty deadly.
Pretty deadly.
How do we? I don't know. Is that weird?
I just
Should
hate their outfits.
All right.
And what is this musical they keep trying to draft Braun Strowman for? What is that? Like, do they get him in a room and tie him up and tickle him with feathers? Like, is this a fetish thing?
Maybe it's part of that Wicked recasting.
Fuck yeah, dude. Kate, get on that. Kate, get off on that. Whatever.
Oh, you killed him.
I always slay.
Anything else from the WWE world you guys want to touch on?
No, I mean they did the Paul Heyman solo thing where like now if Solo does beat Roman, then Paul Heyman has to become Solo's wise man again and has to put the Ulafala around his neck and all that stuff.
Oh God, does this mean we're gonna get fucking Paul Heyman turning on Roman Reigns?
I don't know what we're getting.
You think? That's happening tonight. Big Netflix show tonight.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
And AEW's on Max now. So that's fun.
Yeah, all they have is 2019. I was looking for fucking Shaq. I didn't find him. I was looking for
It's
Maki.
coming, man. Come on.
I know. I got no patience. I can't.
Dude, I went back and checked out the first Dynamite. I forgot like how AEW started. Like they started with like pay-per-views and then like how many pay-per-views did they have before they started their weekly?
I mean, if you are not counting All Out,
Right, just one.
then they just had one.
They had a Fire Fest too, but I think that was only like a Bleacher Report show. I remember whatever it was. Janela and Moxley was the main event of that one.
Okay, and then like they go right into TV. They open with Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara.
Yeah. From Washington, D.C.
Yeah, that's a lifetime ago. It feels like.
I know I said in the text I didn't get to watch Dynamite, but I did get to watch Dynamite today. I thought,
The Ricochet thing?
There's still a lot of stuff that I think I have more issues with Collision than Dynamite.
I thought Dynamite flowed really well. Like a few of the things, like the MJF promo was good. He's finally getting him away from Adam Cole is starting to turn the page for him. The Ricochet thing for sure too. That was a kind of another level for him.
Yes,
really unexpected too. Like, I expect him to attack Swerve, but not like try and stab his head off.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah,
I'm looking down below at the results as they scroll on the screen, and you guys, if you're not watching on YouTube, you should watch. It's much more fun. Where the fuck has Julia Hart been? How does she come back and beat a returning Jamie Hayter already? Is there a story there?
Yeah, she's been showing up during Jamie Hayter promos and Jamie Hayter like cutting them off and whatnot after being injured for so long. So finally they had they finally had her first match back, and she missed her and beat her. So it wasn't like oh, I'm back, I'm just gonna clean win you.
Remember when people gave a shit about Julia Hart and she was TBS champ, and then they stuck her in there with Abaddon because hey, we need 2 creepy fucking people to go at it. What a fucking fart in church that was.
People still care about Julia Hart.
Yeah.
Jamie Hayter's got to get she's got to get her haircut back.
Yeah. It looks
I'm not taking the Daphne look from Scooby-Doo. I'm not.
No, it's not even that, dude. She just looks goofy. What? No, she got to go back to like the fucking the old black hair with the streaks. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm all in
fucking
on that.
Beatrix Potter haircut or whatever the fuck her name is. Who's the girl in WWE that looks like her?
Becky
the one that used to date
Bruv?
Bruv?
Blair Davenport.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah. Be Priestley.
One that used to date Bruv.
The one thing I don't like about this Julia Hart is the arrow thing. I just fucking like she walks over and grabs the arrow like she's gonna walk over and fucking stab her with the arrow.
Wait, what is this?
That's the spot that we're gonna tease to get to the mist. What the fuck are you doing?
Wait, the arrow, like the guy from fucking Guardians of the Galaxy?
No,
not like Yantu.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
Yes,
she whistles and the fucking arrow stabs her.
Yes, that's what she has. That's her. Tony Khan, the money mark, put all his money into an arrow that responds to just Julia Hart's whistle.
I heard we got a new theme song too for Friday nights. Huh?
Dude, it's Friday. No, Wednesday night. It's so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird.
It's fucking stupid. It's just fucking stupid. It's not weird.
That's got to be a one-time thing, right?
Not from what I understand.
So it's like a new era, new thing. We're
just Pointer Sisters, man. New era.
It's got to be it though, right? It's just got that. It has to be.
No, we're running with the Pointer Sisters and Elton John. Woo!
Elton John.
Elton John is great.
I love Elton John.
I knew it was coming when I put it on today, and I was like, "What the fuck are they doing?"
I texted you, motherfuckers, right
away. I know you did.
Yeah.
How about I'm Facebook friends with Eddie Kingston, and he was like the only thing I could think of, and he shared the fucking gif of fucking Jesse Soprano.
Oh, I did the same thing on Twitter.
Yeah, Jesse Spano, whatever the fuck her stupid name is.
Jesse Soprano. Add that to the list.
It's a big list this week.
I still can't call Edge Adam Copeland, and now I'm supposed to call him Cope.
What the fuck kind of dog shit is this?
Yeah, how are you supposed to cope with that?
I can't.
Do they call Tony Khan Cop?
Coke.
There it is.
And can we just break up the fucking Acclaimed?
No,
I think it's coming.
They're telling stories,
dude.
I think
they
really
off
is
so much.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I thought it was coming this week. I thought Bowens was going to do the turn and actually join the Hurt Syndicate instead.
Been saying that since day one. That's what should happen.
MVP said that card is no good anymore. The card that he gave Caster.
Yeah, for him maybe for Bowens. I'd be good with Bowens in with them.
And then the main event of Dynamite, like the ending, there was just like way too much going on. They almost completely missed Jay White attack Wheeler Yuta.
That's Moxley's booking, baby. He's the best.
Dude, I can't. There was some fucking video. He's gonna fucking melt the belt down.
I'm gonna drink blood, baby. You're gonna murder your family.
I just don't know what they're fucking doing. Like, am I supposed
Nobody
to? Nobody
knows what they're doing. It's AEW.
Like the way Collision ended. Should I be like, you kidnapped the Rock and Roll Express? Like you picked up someone's grandparents and just fucking kidnapped them. Like, does that make you badass? No.
Did they put him in Sue's van? Please tell me they put him in Sue's van.
No, they didn't put him in Sue's van. Also, I love Jeff Jarrett. Who gives a shit?
That was one of the things I enjoyed.
I love Jeff Jarrett.
Come on, really? Jeff Jarrett's going to go after gold in 2025? Come on.
Why not? He's got enough for them pyramids, doesn't he?
What do you mean? I don't know, man. It just doesn't like Doesn't make nothing they've done like the last couple weeks on TV makes any sense to me.
That's a deep cut throwback, Tony.
I know. I'm glad somebody got it. Jesus. I was fucking dry. I was fucking drying on the clothesline on that one.
In the porta potty.
And what did I say when fucking Commander won the Ring of Honor TV title? He's just gonna fucking job out. And what kind of $100,000 high-speed collision 4-way match? Come on.
Wait, who won that? Black Taurus?
No, Brian Cage did.
I can't believe he's still a thing.
$100,000.
What happened to Lance Archer being tag guys?
Oh, that's a Ring of Honor vehicle, I guess.
Oh, so Brian Cage does 2 different gimmicks in 2 companies? Gotcha.
Pretty much.
He's like fucking Jerry Lawler in Memphis and WWE. Fuck do I know?
That's
I'm not
exactly
the genius
what
that Tony Khan is.
That's exactly what he's like, Tony. He's like Jerry Lawler.
I don't know. It's still, there's like good stuff and then the bad stuff, and the bad stuff is like really like.
All right, let me ask you: Is there
can't
really?
see past it.
Is there really good stuff?
There's stuff that I enjoy.
But is it good?
That's like
like people may consider Maki Ito singing on stage not to be good, but it's stuff that I enjoy.
Oh, what the fuck did Matt?
No, you see the difference?
What the fuck did Lij come out wear? What the fuck did that guy come out wearing on fucking?
Dude, I didn't watch those matches.
Was it Takahashi?
Yeah,
Came out-
Hiromu. Yes. Did he come out with his octopus thing?
I don't know. It came out with some
All the
big
arm?
fucking like sumo fucking.
Yeah, I
suit.
didn't watch. I skipped Evil against Tanahashi. I skipped a ton of Wrestle Dynasty. I didn't.
Hey, was
care
Toru Yano in the Rambo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did he win?
I didn't watch. No, Hiroki Goto won the Rando.
Okay. Oh, so now he gets the title shot. That's right.
The Rando.
That was totally
Sit down,
not even
Rando.
intentional, and it totally worked.
I didn't care about Naito and Hiromu. I didn't care about the tag titles. I didn't watch any of those.
Came out like a big fucking bear suit.
I didn't care about those and all the rest of them.
You missed the greatest Chris Charlton line when he had Evil Head Tanahashi upside down. Dick to go comes and slams him in the nuts, and he just yells "dick to dick contact."
Bro stuff.
Yeah,
right?
he got fired.
No, he's not getting fired.
Did I see this? Jeff Jarrett beat Aaron Solo.
Got to start somewhere.
Solo, Camarato.
I love you, Solo.
He's undefeated in the new year.
There you go.
$100,000 high-speed collision 4-way match. Dante Martin, Commander, and the Beast Mortos job to Brian Cage. Wow. Riveting television.
Also, like the idea, like they're gonna cut a check for one of these guys for $100,000. Like, do like
It could have been
$20,000.
Yeah.
Don't insult us. No, we know nobody got $100,000.
Tony Khan's a money mark. He's got the dough.
Nobody's gonna get 20 or 10 either.
I know, but that's more realistic. That's what they used to fucking do. Like, that's more believable.
Buck Zumoff would have done it for $50 and some cheeses.
Austin Idol actually cashed one of those checks once years ago.
Yeah, that's why they don't give them out anymore. But they didn't after that.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Was it Austin Idol? I thought somebody did that for a battle royal win where they won a Cadillac or a boat or something.
Yeah.
And they went to, and he went to court and he said that, I won the match, so I won the boat, and they didn't fucking go against him because it would have been breaking kayfabe.
Yeah, it was one of the guys that left, like a Dick
Ron
Slater
Fuller.
or somebody.
It wasn't Ron Fuller
Fuller's
himself?
boat. No. it was
Oh,
his
that's
boat.
right.
Yeah. So it was like Ronnie Garvin or Bob Orton or one of those guys.
That's fucking fantastic.
Took him to fucking claims court to get the boat that he won in a wrestling match.
Too bad his podcast never made it to that point. That would have been fun.
Oh, Ron Fuller. Yeah, I heard he
Yeah.
had some issues like long before. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was
Whatever.
Austin Idol cashing the $5,000 battle royal check in Georgia.
My boy, Jim Barnett, probably not happy.
my boy.
My boy.
Bro, so I'm reading the that Chic book,
Oh, it's so good.
right? So Jim
Wait.
Barnett,
Oh, okay. Chic. All right.
the original Chic,
Yeah.
Ed Carhart.
Fart heart.
And that fucking
Good heart, fart heart.
that Jim Barnett story about him with the University of Kentucky in like the early 60s.
Oh, my boy.
Yeah, he was like getting like the fucking, I forget what team it was. The University of Kentucky. I don't know what team it was. Maybe it was the football team. They had just gotten out of trouble of like point shaving, and then Jim Barnett's getting them drunk and making them do like sex stuff with him, and it was not good. So he had to sell his portion of his promotion to the Sheik, and he fucking moved to Australia.
Yeah, and he became quite a success in Australia too.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking wild shit, man. Wild shit. Are you guys ready to do some homework, or is there anything else we want to talk about?
Let's go to homework, baby.
Homework.
I do want to say to Tony when he asked if anything was good, actually, this is my perspective because I watch weekly. You know this.
Just
every now and I stand by what I said.
I know, but just Dynamite.
I watch.
I don't want
weekly.
people that are listening or watching to think you watch Dynamite and Collision. You only watch Dynamite
weekly.
Okay.
So
the whole thing.
To make it clear for the fans.
Here's what I'll say to that, Tony, is that sometimes even a 5 looks like a 10 when it's surrounded by 1s. That's the good stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was a 5, aka a 10?
So I liked MJF's promo, and I'm a little biased because I do enjoy MJF. I really liked what Jeff Jarrett had to say. I like Jeff Jarrett though, but they need somebody that will make me care. And I think that Jeff Jarrett can make me care. It doesn't seem like anybody else on the roster really does a good job of making me give a shit about what's going on. So that from that standpoint, I like what MJF had to say, and I like what Jeff Jarrett had to say.
So you don't like any of the wrestling? Like you didn't like any of the matches. You just like those 2 promos.
He likes the flip.
I like the 2 promos. I didn't mind Julia Hart, Jamie Hayter. I could have gone without that arrow shit. You know what I mean? Like I didn't. I think that you can get to the spot that they were getting to without that. I did not give a shit about Ricochet attacking fucking Swerve with the damn scissors. A little much for me. Paige and Cassidy, I didn't mind.
The 3-way?
Paige and Cassidy, I didn't mind.
It was it's surprising that's the first time they've had a one-on-one match now.
Yeah. And they fucking drilled that. I'm kind of tired of them drilling that too. And they can stop naming dynamites, please. Please stop naming dynamites. Please fucking stop naming dynamites. Maximum Carnage Dynamite.
I will say this, watching Wrestle Kingdom, the 3-man booth of Wrestle Kingdom is blows Sockface and company out of water. Like it's so night and day.
And
Naito and day.
One of the things I wanted to mention too, because I did watch the first AEW. Right now that it's on Max, it was up. I was able to go back and watch it, and like the first match they set up. Right, you had like a package before the match. This is Sammy. This is Cody. Like they did a good job of making me invested in what I was about to watch before any action whatsoever. Right, and like it was fun to watch that and like care about what was going on. It was such a better product, and that was their first show. And now they're at what? Like I'm sure they're going to be celebrating episode 178 here or 203, whatever the fuck they're going to do next. And I have a hard time giving half a shit about the show. They got to look back. They got to look deep within. They got to find it.
You know, it would be, and I know we're all busy and time is not something that we can just pull out of our assholes, but I think it'd be interesting to go and now that we have access to all these old dynamites, like when do they jump the shark? Like there has to be a moment where they stopped being the alternative that was AEW and they started trying to be more like the WWE.
I always say it's when Cody left.
It's when Cody left.
Yeah.
I think like there was stuff before that where it was, you know, I don't know if we could I can't pinpoint it off the top of my head, But
Because I'm sure it wasn't all bad right away. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm sure there was probably some good still involved. Like the shows were probably still entertaining for the most part. It wasn't like a flash flood of awfulness, like out of nowhere.
I mean, you could go back to those early shows and nitpick a lot of shit, like Butcher and Blade's entrance, where it went over like a fart in church when they attacked Cody from in the ring. The early Dark Order stuff was pretty bad, but I mean, you could do that anywhere. But I think you're right with Cody once he left. Even like right before that, when they're playing hot potato with the TBS title, I think it was TNT title. Yeah.
Interesting. Also, something that just went across the bottom of the screen before we move on the homework. Desperado. Whew, homeboy got off the gas real fast, didn't he? Oof. You remember him when he came back from his injury? He was fucking yoked. Now he looked like,
he looked like the great Kabuki with the mask on.
Somebody told him. I mean, I love Despy, but somebody was like, "Hey, bro, take it easy on that gas."
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, so whatever.
I know you didn't watch it, and you're not going to go back and watch it. You're not even interested in Gabe Kidd and Kenny Omega.
Nope. I was watching Jerry Estrada do his thing. Jose Estrada. He was teaming up with Danny O'Manon, and they were taking on the formidable team of Pat Patterson and Rene Goulet.
Wow. Do you ever, Tony? Do you ever feel like going outside the like? Do you ever like search out like territory footage of like Georgia Championship Wrestling or Memphis or anything like that? Or are you strictly just a WWE guy because it's on the network?
No, periodically I will stretch. Like this past week, I stretched and I watched some old school ECW.
Okay.
A very young Lionheart Chris Jericho defending his newly won television championship in a 4-way elimination tag match, which was weird, odd rules, but it's something that they should bring back. Against the franchise Shane Douglas, Pitbull number 2, and Too Cold Scorpio.
Tag match.
Yeah, it was tag rules.
Yeah.
It wasn't everybody in the ring at once. It was fatal 4-way style, but you had to tag in and out until we got down to 2.
Isn't that what they did all the time, ECW? Like the elimination style tag things? 4 corners?
No, as it progressed, it was kind of like everybody in the ring at the same time. There was elimination style, but what Tony's talking about, like they were
like it was they called it a 4 corners.
Yes, John Finnegan was strictly enforcing the tags.
Yeah.
And then I think as we got to like 98, 99, like that Tajiri, Little Guido, super crazy triple threat match was just all 3 guys at once, fucking pandemonium.
And didn't ECW also like they were like the only ones to differentiate a triple threat and a 3-way dance? Like the 3-way dance was the elimination, and then the triple threat was the 1 fall.
Yes,
they always had elimination matches. They never had 1 fall matches in
okay.
No, the night the line was crossed was not an elimination match. I think Sabu.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So we went back. I took you guys back to Heat Wave '96, and I was wrong. If you did watch it on Bill,
Billy.
It was also on the network. It was a whole episode of ECW Hardcore TV.
That's okay, because to the folks at home that actually checked out the link, that Billy site has like a huge catalog of old ECW, like tape collections, pay-per-views, super shows like Cyber Slam before they went on pay-per-view and stuff like that. So definitely worth checking out, even if you just meandered there to watch the homework for today.
Now, what did you guys think of the homework?
It's nice to see that even years ago, Too Cold Scorpio still couldn't fucking hit that tumbleweed.
I mean, all you got to do is he's probably the reason Chris Benoit had fucking brain damage. If you look back at that Super Bowl,
oh yeah,
pancaked the shit out of him.
But he clearly missed that one. I mean, it can't like props to ECW for their shitty camera angles to begin with to kind of make it not look bad. But yeah, woof.
I forgot how freaking over Pitbull 2 was too.
Oh yeah,
the fans were insane for him,
and it didn't hurt that he had Francine in his corner either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that feud with Douglas too. I mean, he even though it was Raven was like the top guy, Douglas was the most hated guy at that point.
Oh yeah,
so far. Yeah.
Dude, I forgot that Francine managed the Pitbulls.
yeah.
Like, holy shit, the Beastmaster.
Yeah, Beastmaster.
Wait, HK had something to say. Hold on now.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys because while I was watching this match, the thing that stuck out to me was that it seemed like Franchise, Scorpio, and Jericho were all like a level up, right? From just all of them seemed like a level up, but Pitbull, like Brundo was saying, like super over, right? So what held him back? The rest of them all. I mean, Scorpio was probably a little bit past his prime, but he still made it up to the big show. When we know he wasn't around long the time because he loved his pot. But like the difference is obvious, right? Super obvious to me when I'm watching this match. So what was it just in ring that was holding Pitbull back?
That and a drug problem, probably.
Okay.
No, I think the Pitbulls were a tag team. The problem was, what the hell's his name? Pitbull one, Gary Wolf, just kept getting hurt.
Well,
Like
that
he
was this
legit
match, right? That was the DDT on the chair or on the table. Or
was
title.
it? Because I was looking at it. I remember him grabbing his head. Like, I don't remember that happening in this match. I thought that was later.
I think he is out with an elbow injury during this.
He was
and
out
then
with
the
something.
DDT on the title is where they come up with the broken neck angle.
I was there the night when he grabbed the halo.
Yeah,
Shane Douglas.
Next show.
Oh my God. You want to talk about the fans ready to fucking murder somebody? And Shane and Francine like ran past us through the crowd. And somebody actually like fucking checked him into the door. That's how that window got broken on the front door of the 2300. That was Shane Douglas. Somebody fucking like shoved him to it.
You sure Matt didn't do it?
No, he was too busy looking for the fire alarm.
I was not there. Jerk off.
I will say I did like the story with Shane being a chicken shit and not wanting to get in with Pitbull too because they had their beef going on. I do think that 27 minutes before we get our first elimination was way too fucking long.
Yeah,
this match could have easily lost 5, maybe 10 minutes, and I think it would have been just as good. Honestly,
like, I'm watching this match and I'm like, is this like this has to be the main event, right? Like this is like I'm going like 25 minutes here. This has to be the last match, and it wasn't.
And you could tell Jericho was super green at this point, but he was directing traffic a little bit. Like he was holding his own, a couple flubs here and there, but you could see there was something brewing with him, you know.
And I thought that like, all right, so I'm watching the match, right? And then Francine does the heel turn. I'm thinking, all right, that's the finish, right? Like that's it, right? That's gonna be it.
Yeah.
But like, no, like we're gonna keep going, right? I'm like, what are you doing? Like, then obviously you have to get in the fucking super bomb on Francine. So I'm like, oh, okay, I guess
I'm surprised they didn't build to that too. Like that didn't come like a couple of months down the road there.
Yeah, like everything happened all in this match, which like
that was a lot of ECW's problem. Like they kind of like rushed to give you so much more than what was necessary, which is why like the next show we're getting fucking Pitbull 1 getting thrown around by the halo. Like you could have milked that for months, you know?
Yeah, like they didn't take their own advice. Was the Sandman blind stuff after this or before this?
It was way before this.
Yeah, so like that's how you do it. Like that was long.
Yeah, I agree that they rushed that. The one thing, like, all right, look, I get it. Shane Douglas's belly to belly finisher is like protected, but when you're putting Pitbull 1, you're hitting him with Pitbull 2, you're hitting him with fucking chairs, you're DDTing him on the belt, you're fucking murdering this guy, and he's
hit him with a chain, hit him with brass.
Yes, and he's kicking out of everything, but goddamn, that belly to belly's the one that fucking puts him away.
It was a pretty belly to belly too.
I mean, it was no belly to belly or whatever the fuck it is.
Or Dusty Rhodes belly welly.
But I mean, like that's really picking nits, but that's Shane kind of like protecting his finish too. I get it, but it's like, come on, man. Shane could have finished. You didn't have to keep going after that. Shane's diabolical. He doesn't need his finisher to fucking win. You know what I mean?
Dude, the guy's
Yeah.
hitting DDTs every 5 minutes. I thought that was his finisher for some reason.
Well, in this era of ECW, everybody was getting DDT'd. Some of them 5-6 times in a match.
Amazing with Raven here. He would even like entertain people doing that since that was his finish.
Yeah, Raven, Dreamer, fucking Sandman would fucking pull a few out every match.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
God,
Terry
Sandman's-
Funk.
It's like a fucking headlock takeover for ECW.
Dude, Sandman's finish was a Russian fucking leg sweep, man.
Yeah, a white
Russian
Russian leg
leg
sweep. That's pretty fucking genius if you really think about it.
It really is.
The,
This match was
sorry,
awesome.
HK, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there was some stuff in the match that Jericho did that I really enjoyed. At one point, he kind of does he slingshots himself into the ring and completely misses Douglas, but Douglas still sells. That part was a little bit confusing to me because I had to in my mind I was like, wait a second, did he slingshot and then kick him in the face on the way to, and commentary didn't really do much to sell me on what happened either way. Douglas is still down fucking selling, but the thing that I loved was Pitbull had him he was gonna German suplex him. Jericho breaks it and just throws a standing wheel kick that looked fucking amazing.
Yes. Yeah, I remember
Why aren't people why aren't people grabbing this shit? It looks beautiful. It's smart. Just fucking watch this shit. It's good. You don't have to break out of it and springboard backflip Hurricane Rana with the poison shit off the top. Stop it.
And to your point, two things on Jericho and then the commentary. Jericho goes into the corner and does one of those things where you kind of catch the guy running in, and Anthony Pitbull doesn't go and he just flops on the ground, which I thought was great. And why didn't you guys? Why didn't they mention that the champion got eliminated first? And they didn't harp on I guess maybe this was more a WWE style thing. Jericho was the defending champion going in, right?
He was,
Yeah.
yes.
So they don't harp on the fact that we're guaranteed a new champion as soon as Jericho goes out.
I thought Joey said that.
I don't think he did.
We'll get a new champion tonight.
If he did, it was so brief that I
Yeah.
didn't think he did.
I don't
So,
remember him saying, so I couldn't say either way.
As soon as normally that maybe I'm just programmed to the WWE way, where if that would have happened in WWE, it would have been the first thing out of Jim Ross, Michael Cole's mouth. And we are now guaranteed a new champ. Did they do that with Taz and Awesome and Tanaka?
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and I think that was more of because Taz was leaving. They made a big deal about it. But
Yeah,
I
the whole
think
locker room came out, right?
I think he mentioned it, but I don't think it was. It may have been just Jericho's eliminated. We're gonna have a new champion, and then he just kept going.
I gotta watch it again then, because I don't think he even said that.
This was a long match. I didn't realize it was this long. I guess in hindsight, it was a full episode of ECW Hardcore TV, where I originally saw it. I was impressed that it took almost 20 minutes for it to kind of break down. They were adhering to the tagging, and I love Douglas not wanting to fucking tag. There was one spot that bothered me where Jericho went to tag him, and Douglas he didn't drop. He just kind of backed up, and Jericho was he was within striking distance where he could have just fucking smacked him. Douglas didn't drop off the apron. He just kind of back here if you need me.
Wasn't there also one spot where Douglas got back on the apron and then tagged himself out while I think it was Scorpio was already in the ring?
Yeah, Scorpio.
Well, it's fucking smart.
That.
It's fucking smart. You shouldn't want to be in the ring. That's how you get eliminated.
No, but he was out of the ring. He was on the apron and tagged himself out. It was completely opposite of the way it should have been.
Stay out.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the way Jericho lost. And he got eliminated. The Pitbull 2 stuff is great with Francine turning. Anthony Durante trying to do the cartwheel kick in the corner and just goes ass over tea kettle over the top rope. Great fucking stuff. I enjoyed this. It wasn't a fucking 5-star match by any stretch.
It was good, man.
It was a fun watch. Yeah.
One of the I think most enjoyable parts of this match was watching Scorpio, because I don't really think he knows what he's doing next when he's throwing shit. Like at one point, he just kind of walks up, and it's like the laziest fucking like somersault leg drop from like a standing position, and it doesn't look like it looks like he walks up and he's like, "Oh, I'm probably just gonna stomp him or throw an elbow," and he just does a fucking flipping leg drop out of nowhere, and it's so effortless for him. That guy was talent. That guy was talent.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it. It was a good watch.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good call, man.
Fun. And just for context, the main event of that show, KGG, I know you asked.
I know what it is. I looked into it because I wanted to see the rest of this fucking card.
Oh, did you watch the rest of the card?
No, I'm going to though. What was it, like Dreamer, Sandman, and somebody versus Raven, Brian Lee, and Stevie Richards?
Sandman, Gordy, and Dreamer against Lee, Richards, and Raven. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch.
Also on the show, Sabu wrestles twice
on this Billy nonsense.
So does Mikey Whipwreck. Mikey Whipwreck beats Diana's favorite guest, Paul Loria, and then teams with Sabu to wrestle the Eliminators. Tarzan Goto's on this show.
Why does ECW, like the original ECW, feels like such a fever dream? Like it's so
because it's not the real ECW, right?
That's right. You know what, Tony? That's a very salient point on your end.
That's why I'm here, bro.
The next one, Tony, that you were at was The Doctor Is In.
Doc and Gordy.
The Doc is in.
No, that was Brian Lee and Taz against Steve Williams and Tommy Dreamer. Doc and Gordy is the scaffold match?
No. Well,
High Incident, yeah.
Yeah, because Saturn drops the elbow on off the scaffold. I remember
on Gordy and his mush potato brains.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, he was Gary Albright ECW match actually recently. Believe it or not, fucking Gary Albright.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, there was randoms. Johnny Smith showed up once there. I remember that, and I was like,
"Oh, my virtual pro wrestling team go to."
Johnny Smith wrestled Taz, didn't he? I thought that was a pretty good match.
Johnny Smith ruled.
It was just weird. Like he just kind of popped in for like 1 or 2 shots, and that was it.
Yeah, well, that was the thing they were doing with Taz, right? He would just run through fucking dudes.
Yeah,
Paul fucking Varlins.
Ugh. Let's see. 96. Johnny Smith was there. He was there at High Incident. He lost to fucking Mikey Whipwreck.
Did you ever hear the story that Missy Hyatt tells? She was in the back at the time. Paul Varlins didn't want a job to Taz. You heard this, right?
Oh, that's where the soundbite comes from.
Well, what do you know?
Wait, you want me to finish the story?
Yeah.
So we were all on the same page. What'd she say? I'll suck your
don't
dick.
Paul Varlins us.
Yeah. She made it seem like she was gonna suck his dick if he fucking did the job, and then he jobbed and he came back. She's like, I don't suck losers' dicks.
Zing.
Fucking A.
This fucking I wanna find this big ass Extreme Bash 96 night 1. Chris Michaels and Kendo Nagasaki against Damian Stone and Joel Goodhart.
Wait. Joel Goodhart wrestled. He tagged up with Damian Stone?
Sorry, Joel Hartgood. Jesus Christ.
Jesus fuck.
And then I really just want to see Big Titan against Judge Dredd.
Teton?
Yeah. What a hunk of shit.
All right.
Yeah, early ECW's fucking wild, man. The fucking gangsters against the headhunters against Too Cool Scorpio and the Sandman.
Yeah.
You mean the squat team?
Weren't Scorpio and Sandman kind of a regular team?
They were tag team champions at one point.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, 2 gold Scorpio.
Yeah, and he was the TV champion too, and he was the world heavyweight champion.
No, Sandman was not the world champion.
I think they had gold all.
No, he didn't. Because Scorpio won the tag belts. He beat Rocco Rock in a singles match. And then Sandman came out for some reason, hitting everybody with the cane. And he's like, Sandman, this is too heavy. Can you carry this for me? That's how he became Scorpio's partner. No, Sandman did not have the world title at that point.
I gotta look this up now.
No, I'm right.
I'm challenging you. While I do that, Brundo, feel free to give us our homework for this week.
All right, so we had a lot of Hammerstein talk this episode, so my homework's coming from Hammerstein. It is June 12th, 2005.
Hey, the old
We will
birthday.
be we will be watching Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka at the original One Night Stand.
Fuck yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great call.
That's good. I just watched that.
I found a link. It's on the vault, and it's introduced by Gunther, basically saying like, "This is not the way you should wrestle."
Epic.
So I'll send that along.
That's such a great poll. That's an event that I still go back and
Oh, yeah.
watch. Yeah, front to back, usually like once a quarter.
That's one of the ones I always say. Like, if I could be at any show in the past, like that's one I want to go. I want to be at. Just
the
how
the
amazing the
Heyman-
crowd was.
The Heyman promo was fucking gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sandman beat Steve Austin and Mikey Whipwreck in a three-way dance December 9th, 1995 to become the ECW World Heavyweight Champion while he was tag team champions with Too Cold Scorpio because their reign lasted from October 28th, 95 to December 29th, 1995.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Tony on this
Yeah,
one.
Yeah,
Tony makes some great points here.
You're definitely wrong, bro.
Yeah, Tony
Alright.
showed his work. You didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me running.
Don't worry.
The fuck is that? Wikipedia.
Don't
Okay,
worry.
I was on Cage Match.
Oh, suck my dick, cage match. How do you like them apples?
Oh wait, now I'm with Matt. Matt's right.
What
Okay.
Oh,
we got a fucking jam-packed show next week. We got what do we
Oh
got?
yeah, we do.
David Penzer's back.
Yeah.
And
Is he gonna blow Brian Myers?
You know what?
Is he gonna blow Brian Myers?
You better.
Hey,
No.
put deodorant on next time.
Yeah, you fucking smelly prick. And wash your balls too.
I washed my balls before I got on the show.
You still use them Manscaped wipes, or you ran out of them?
No, those are long gone.
we gotta dig into why he hates Stagger Lee so much.
Oh, Tony the Tiger?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, can you blame him?
well, I mean, he's dead, so what is there to like?
There wasn't much to like when he was alive, too.
Well, you would have.
His
Come on,
shitty
Brundo.
weasel jokes every week.
Brundo.
Awful.
Yeah, Brundo, bullshit. If he fucking came to your house for a nitro party, you'd fucking turn him away? Bullshit.
No,
I'd want to fucking
No,
party with
probably
Stagger
not.
Lee. Come on.
spike his drink or something like that.
You wouldn't have to. Why do you think they call him Stagger Lee?
Spike his drink. The fuck are you?
Brundo wants
Why?
Heine action.
Why are you
Unconscious Heine action with fucking Tony the Tiger.
Why are you spiking Stagger Lee's drink, Brundo?
So
He
it
shows
tests
up
out,
like,
it's
"Hey,
fun.
let's watch." Yeah, and then what, Cosby? What
Want
the
to want to see my ass? It's great.
Brundo's like, "Yeah, I'll be seeing in a minute. You need another cocktail?"
I'm gonna frost your flakes, pal.
Oh boy.
Do you have the courtesy to lift Tony the Tiger's tail?
Yeah, probably.
You're a good guy, Brundo.
Good lord.
I try.
That's a good one. Well, David Panzer next week, MLJ, the voice of GCW, homework, and whatever else happens this week. We'll have, I'm sure, tons to talk about next week.
Probably a lot of Raw to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
excited
man.
to watch Raw. I'm off tomorrow now. My gig got canceled, so I'll be floating around.
Little floater, you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll be around to play some Fortnite. I'll get tons of drops pulled from this show to put on the soundboard.
Maybe you should go have a drink with Brundo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe have some bro stuff.
What are we doing here?
All right.
Are you going to the E ECPW banquet?
I was gonna say that those were some dead eyes there.
Am I going to the ECW banquet?
E
Now, the weather,
ECPW.
excuse me, ECP, the
real
weather,
ECW.
there's potential for a big snowstorm Saturday. So I have to keep my eyes on that. But it might be the best $25 I ever spent.
Well, fuck yeah. If you didn't have that shitty haircut already, you could go get your haircut and go get a fucking meal at Gino's.
But I don't want to go alone. I want to go with my friends. I want to do stuff with my friends.
I'm sure the Fallen
Bro
Angels
stuff.
will be there.
No, they're not. They're for, like, look,
I'm sure Sonny Kiss will pop in.
oh,
Maybe
You know,
former
popping
guest
out,
Alex
too.
Ryman.
Hit up
You see
Sonny
people
Kiss. I know you
rejoice.
want to see them hitters. Shit, bring Kate too. You'll be surrounded by them.
Hitter Palooza.
Fun bags galore.
It's wrong with
Oh
you.
my God, do you think the two of them will go like this to each other?
They're not mean
Get a
as
little fucking Tony Mina Shirakawa action.
Boob stuff.
Yeah, poop stuff.
Hitters McGitters.
beginners.
Tits McGits. Gets my tits.
Hit
I was
Deezy.
trying to wrap it up. You can just don't be mad because we went long. This is
What,
on
do
you.
you want to stop talking about tits? What's wrong with you?
I don't want to talk about my friend's tits.
Why not? They're tits. Let's talk about your tits.
That was hurtful.
You want? I'll talk about my tits. I don't care.
That was pretty mean.
It wasn't mean.
Yes, it was.
I'm trying to include you. If anything, I'm being inclusive.
No,
Isn't that what we're supposed to do nowadays? It's 2025.
I believe that's what they call a three-way dance.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's a fatal six-way.
You motherfuckers, you. Well, look, this is a blast. Special thanks to Kate for joining us for Kate's Corner. Special thanks to Alex Price. Alec Price, motherfucker.
Motherfucker, cocksucker. Show
That's
me
all
your
right, Double
tits.
T. You're in a down period.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lost a lot of talent.
Why not?
Kate's not the only one with a down period.
That was KJG. Well, KJG, they say anything that comes out of a box is over, so.
Cat? Oh, yeah. Who am I to correct B. Brian Blair?
God damn! Motherfucker!
It was such a fucking mess, man.
You're coming out of a fucking box.
Oh, I'm crying.
Jesus Christ, blow my ass.
Ugh.
These are real ladies, man.
Oh my God.
Bend over. Let's have fun.
That's what Brundo's saying to fucking Stagger Lee.
He's not hearing it though. Back here. Yeah, speaking of peanut butter off the balls.
And with that, let's cue the music.
All right, you want Kevin outraged?
This has been a production of the Shining Wizards Network. For everything Shining Wizards, visit shiningwizards.com. And don't forget to listen to all the great shows of the Shining Wizards Network.
Oh, we're going to thank those over at the Patreon that support us. Our executive producer, Manny Kratzo, producers, Kate Hensler, Matt Grifo, High Five Tom, Brian Schlong, Al Day, Kathy Hummer, William Mercier Jr., Michael Hammond, Keith Parker, Scott George, Jesse Elwell, and Emily Brock. Thank you all for supporting the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. Hopefully you are enjoying those Patreon bonus episodes.
Night, Diana.
Miyu Yamashita.
I'm horny. I gotta go.